Yeah. Just tell me where you wanna go. Let me take you there. You see, I've been around the globe. I've seen a lot, babe. But I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a boat right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. Just tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a boat right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. We can leave it all behind. Why? Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a boat right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should both get set, go, take off.
You can't even look me in the eyes when you say you'll make this right. I've heard all these words 1,000 times. You won't ever change your ways, doing what you like. Well, I'm no one's fool.
And just like that, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CEAC. Today we are going to be playing Bluwu Com versus Hold Shift in the amazing map of Bank. I am joined here today with Miss Calvrix.
Hello.
And yeah, we're gonna get into map bans in not map bans, sorry, character bans in a second.
Just waiting for players to get do the ready check for Summer League as somebody's trying to shift over to the other team. Stop holding space.
Now, last time I remember these players had fought each other, and I think it was Blue that won. If I'm
Yes,
correct.
Blue did win. Yes.
Well, do you think they're gonna take it again, or do you think that Hold Shift is gonna figure out some issues from last time and take the whole thing back?
Well, it's a different map, so I'm expecting like possibly hold shift coming on top, unlike last time. And we will be going into character bands. It will be hold shift going on defense first for bank, and they will be banning Jackal.
Hey.
Oh, goodbye.
This character does not exist. Not ever their rank bans and all that.
Even in Asia, I've been in Asia for a while now, for like 2 months. Operation Velvet Shell just never existed. The characters are never there, never available, always banned.
Those characters are probably some of the strongest characters in the entire game, because they just make such a big impact. You gotta ban them when you take the chance.
But they're my favorite characters, however they're getting banned. I'm sad, and there's a Monty ban, goodbye.
Yeah, Monty definitely kind of a struggle to fight against in this map as well. Just as long as he has a team behind him, just covering his back, he can take a lot of ground and leave you just to be nothing but anchors.
Basically a walking drone that really doesn't die to bullets as long as it's fully extended in the shield. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna slide that aside. And
Well,
will Commies will be banning Pulse. Alright, less vertical. Less vertical.
yeah, Pulse could make a pretty big impact once it comes down to the last second plants and all that.
Indeed. And both teams really taking their time to ban defense operators.
I think they're probably trying to decide between Mira and Echo, because both characters just really strong defenders and usually ones that are banned out. And it looks like they're gonna go with Echo.
Looks like Operation Velvet will half exist. Finally. Well, you know where they're going if they have a mirror. Basement, most likely, unless they're switching things up and going all the way up.
Might potentially see some crazy maneuvers where they go into Blue Bar and try to hold the long angle. Especially with the
They
Rook
are?
and Dog combo, but they're going CEO office for this one.
They did switch it up. That's like, you think we're gonna go basement with the mirror since it's available? They're going upstairs.
And I just realized I was thinking of Coastline this entire time.
God. Oh, it looks like Blue did get baited, as they are bringing a lineup that would be normally easier to attack basement. As if they know it's a second floor defense, they usually bring Thermite.
Especially the defender team is kind of I feel like they're trying to use the K to like trick or make them think that they're in basement the whole time, but the lack of a mirror just, especially when mirror is open, it kind of gives it away. But they don't seem to be six picking off the K8, so maybe they're just trying to execute the wall and get the impacts for tricking as well.
Most likely, yes. And even if it was basement, no, even if it was with the mirror on second floor, they could just still build a castle that blocks off the majority of the line of sight from parking lot.
That's true, but I mean,
No
considering it's the
castle.
first round, I guess they're trying to hoping that the enemy team doesn't think to bring a glass when it could be basement, because usually a little bit of a funny pick when you take glass in basement compared to everywhere else.
Well, since the changes from the patch, glass is definitely harder to entry frag, as you don't really see a yellow highlight just pop up in your face as you turn around the corner.
Yeah, it makes a big difference too for the basement site. In this site, it'd be super easy, just sit and AFK in parking lot, and wait.
There's Anita Hanja. We're just gonna call him Arten because that's before name change.
And quite frankly, I don't think I'll remember to say Anita every single time.
It's too long for me to say that. I'm just gonna say before name change, we'll be calling the Sludge Arctic. And it looks like they are trying to take control of Skylight before they open up a corner of CEO, looking for flanks, as it looks like Sneaky Little Deletion is ready for impact tricking.
Already Nomad playing a little bit of a dangerous spot inside the elevator, but it looks like Deletion's gonna go down from, I want to guess, a wall bang, and the grenade over
No,
the
that's a
roof.
grenade.
Never mind. The hole open and stopping the tricking. A little bit more difficult for them to. And Arton gets a double kill already.
Looks like Bahoja's busy making a bigger hole, which they are now down to 2 sets of grenades, however the rook is too far. And it's up to the Kaid to be able to make it successful as Q-Paul finds someone in stock.
I think as long as they try to keep these long angles controlled, they could probably take this one back a little bit, forcing them through the side hole. But Bahoja gonna take out, I believe that's QP, through the side hole. I believe that's Flaming Keeman also taking out Turtle there.
2v4? 2v4? Oh, already Nomad goes down! And
Looks
it's
like-
Kevin Joker rushing in to save the pistol, and he's looking for the Kaid, and he gets taken down.
Yes, though, I believe that was a one tap with the pistol. showing people that the pistol is definitely still not a force to be reckoned with. Sometimes you don't need all those bullets inside the LMG to just get the job done.
Bluwu did take it slow. Pretty slow, a pretty steady take, as they got the picks they needed as they like approached the site. They didn't need to rush, they had time. And it looks like Hold Shifts is gonna have to find another site or change up their little routine.
Scoreboard on Blue's team is currently pretty even with 2 kills on 2 of their players, and it looks like it's gonna be a less of a one-man carry for Bluwu there. More about team play and everything else. Very.
Just a friendly reminder, if you open up the top part of the reinforcement for an impact trick, they can also nade you reverse. So
Yeah, definitely something
like-
you're gonna want to bring a Jaeger for if you're gonna try to attempt, or you just get
give
blown up.
Jaeger. They finally did, and it looks like it will be a better choice. Despite Bluwu not bringing a grenade operator.
A little interesting that they go up here again, though. Especially when it was, I believe, what, 4 people alive last time? Like 4 people?
One first Snecky got naded from the top, so she was out pretty early, and the rest were just frags as they approached like the stock hallway.
Yeah, usually, you would think after the first time they probably would want to try basement out, just to get a little bit of momentum before going up there again. Because generally speaking, some people do not like the second floor hold as much as the basement one is. It is a little bit harder to roam and stuff like that. Especially with a pulse ban, it's gonna make it quite difficult to try to retake.
Ah, Rook. Already Nomad trying to go all the way up and have like a nice sneaky angle onto Scully double door. And there's Q-Paul all the way in server. A big flank route.
Get it done pretty easily. All he has to do is just run up the blue stairs there. He'll be able to see right up to the doorway, and if he gets undetected, he can make his way all the way.
That'll be a set of Hibana pellets. Denied. And there's 2 people below. There's Nolag in archives.
He even has
Q-Paul
to see
waiting
for,
to go up.
if he knows the exact spot, he might be able to get something off, but it looks like they're gonna go for it.
Oh!
And he gets the C4 on Turtle from below. Like, they're gonna start running away, trying to back off. Attacker's starting to push in. Down to 2 people left. Both of them are the roamers. It's gonna be a little bit harder to retake here.
However, none of the blue communists have the diffuser. They're on site without the diffuser. They finally got it. They reminded themselves, we don't have the diffuser. There'll be a retake coming through.
You know, Noleg's just trying to find an entrance in, but unfortunately his teammate Q-Paul is just in the basement still, trying to find his way up. spending a lot of time trying to get the retake going. Now they're starting to push up together, right up the main stairs. A little bit of a tricky one here, especially because they're going through the same entrance. They're probably gonna get killed at the same time, but no, like Q-Pulse gets the kill onto, I believe that's Boja? I don't know.
Oh, it's up to Bahoja on the rappel then. Kevin's rotating around, nobody's there.
Kevin just running around with his guns, trying to finish them off and control some space. Gets the kill onto Q-Pulse. Now just down left to No Leg, trying to bring this one back and take it for the team. But unfortunately, I believe the timer has passed the point where he can defuse it safely, and he still has the 2 enemies to go through, so it is not happening. And Bluwu will take the round.
I'm gonna save off. A little bit of salt, a little bit of shade, but it's Summer League.
Everyone's just trying to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely a place where you could try out some of the new operators that are allowed in, like Mozzie and Gridlock. Especially Lion as well, because that's just a character that seems so kind of new to the Pro League settings that no one really knows how well it works in the end, because it is just a massive ping, so it's a little bit less effective than before.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a lot of people don't like it as much as before.
Well, before it was broken.
Now it's still slightly broken, but not as bad as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is pretty fun when other people use Lion and you just try baiting them by running around the map wildly. Throw them off entirely.
You know.
Although probably we'll see a little bit less of Lion, as it's one of those operators that when someone picks, they would just think that it's toxic or something like that. Give off the wrong impression. Kind of like Blitz.
Blitz is just insane toxic, and Hold Shift choosing to go to Teller Archives instead of taking the default side basement. Let's see what they have for us today.
Interesting they leave Mira up, but then they don't go basement at all. Like, it seems that they're not really trying to capitalize on the fact that Mira's not banned, and just playing as if it was.
Yeah, it has. If you look at some Pro League streams, and you do notice that even if Mira's not banned, they usually not use it. Like, they choose to like not use it, as they are already used to stress where like Mira's not involved at all. So this might be the case for Hold Shift.
Fortunately, at that point, I feel like Echo may have been not the better ban, just due to the fact of they're also starting defense, so they could use the Echo to try to get the momentum. And if they're not gonna use Mira, it's not really most, I think, best of bans. But they prove me wrong. Pull it back right here.
And speaking of momentum, Blue Communist just rushing into open area with the first Dokebi call.
Yeah, they seem to be getting a lot more comfortable now that they have gotten 2 rounds. They know that there are limits and how far they can push themselves without having to worry about roamers. Especially when the site's in somewhere like Arch, where it's kind of, if you're roaming, you're either sitting below and waiting to flank, or you're sitting above, which this Vigil seems to be trying to do, get the flank from below. Fortunately, no one's peeking out that way just yet, and his phone's going off. And it looks like Kevin will get the kill onto the Vigil that's hiding inside blue stairs. And No Leg refragging for Vigil, and we're getting Kevin right back. Shot from Zerfon trying to get the guy hiding by side bomb, but fortunately can't just land the shot.
It is a down on the Rook. Rook just got picked up, so Zerfon has no intel base without the scoreboard. And it will be a 4v4, however, health advantage for Blue Communist.
Looks like it's probably going to be closer to a 1-minute push, but looks like Anita has just pushed in super hard and just took the site all by himself. The classic. And Bahoja going to take down Sneaky Noodle, and it looks like Askai going down.
Someone getting taken down by the Bearing 9, and Bahoja's just flicking left and right for the last 2 kills to put on the scoreboard. And it will be 3 rounds for Blue Communist now.
Looks like they're gonna seeming to be voting toward lockers this time, trying to take a more safer site, try to pick things back up. especially after the 3 losses in a row now. Definitely need to be catching some momentum here.
Definitely, and currently in the Summer League system, we have five rounds and then side swap. So this will be 2 more defense rounds for the defenders, except I see a Tachanka, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that's a Tachanka from Flaming Claimant.
See, now I feel like he's gonna stick it. Oh, and I
Nope.
guess I'm wrong. I am terribly wrong.
Nope.
I take it back.
Alright, that's Amira finally in play after not being banned. And no
Looks like-
ACOG from this side of Hold Shift.
Definitely a smart idea to 6-pick into the mirror since they haven't been bringing it before. It'd be a big giveaway of where they're going, and they give the attackers the idea to 6-pick into something that might be more suited for basement attacking. Unfortunately, the site just requires a little bit more of standard characters, so it may not need to be too necessary to 6-pick off what they chose.
Looks like nobody's holding server as no ADSs are placed yet, unless they're placing late ADSs within server.
Valkyrie's trying to hide the cams. Gonna have to hide it really well considering there's gonna be a Dokubi and IQ. So if she gives too much vision, that Dokubi just gets free vision on it if she gets the phone call out. And the IQ, if it's not hidden well enough, she'll just find it in 2 seconds.
I believe that was a 5-man drop towards third spawn, and Zerfon's just running towards main gate.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to.
Oh, never mind, 4-man spawn.
They're trying to peek into the server to make sure it's clear before his team goes, but it looks like they're trying to play really quick here compared to the other rounds. Already walking into site knowing that server's clear, getting themselves a little bit comfortable. I see some entries into open area as well from Bahoja, trying to get the hatches out. Make sure that he gets that pressure on the mirror so she can't move around freely. Also gonna find the Valkyrie camera hiding in the corner.
Well, that'll be the first set of hatches being destroyed by Bahoja in open area. This will leave less space for the defenders to work with.
Surprisingly, no pick of Kai here to double make sure that the Ivana can't get rid of the hatches easily. I guess it's a trade-off because they still get the smoke to stop any last-second pushes. Last time they did push it down to a minute. Very safe defense here as well, making sure that they're not the ones to be sticking their neck out too much, and trying to let them kind of approach the full chip. Just oh, and it looks like Zerfon's gonna get the shot into the smoke or the Legion there, and also getting refragged immediately.
Plant's going down, but the first smoke canister canceled it. C4 is being gone, and now C4 off the board. They have the Alt C4 and Vault has to rotate all the way through Vault to deny the next plant.
Yeah, a minute left. This smoke is going to be becoming more huge the more the time passes. Might be able to just stop the plant altogether and force the round to end unless they want to choke and die through the smoke.
2 more canisters left. They're going to start using it, and oh, smoke taking damage from Garage.
And I think that plant's just going to be a hard stick, and it looks like it is. The smoke a little bit slow on the reaction of to plant, fortunately, but at least it's going to be like a little bit of a hard take considering they have full server control. It's already down to a 4v2 as Bahoja, I believe that's Bahoja, takes out, yeah.
Takes down the Jaeger. Jaeger's gone off the board. It's just
There we go.
Kipo and the Mira. Oh, Kipo's looking to find Bahoja, and he will find just knocking off from open area. And Flaming Clement trying to fire back through server. But gets taken down by Kevin Joker with the DMR, and it'll be Bluwu is taking round 4 from the plant.
Fortunately, the plant was a little bit too huge and they can't cover off of that. A little bit hard to get on from that wall into server.
Well, round 5 last defense for Hold Shift. And Kevin Joker just looking at the Nook. However, Nook is not available yet as it's a new operator.
Also returning back down to lockers, trying to keep it playing safe, try to catch that momentum and take it back and just go all the way straight.
A slight lineup change from hold shift. They will be bringing a Mozzie instead of a Jaeger, and the looks like the Vox being swapped out or another
Yeah.
one.
Definitely a good idea to probably swap out that Valkyrie, as the IQ and Dokubi just kind of makes that character such a scary character to pick, because any cam you throw, you have to make sure it doesn't get any visual on your teammates. But it looks like they're going to stick to Valkyrie anyways.
Definitely.
Probably play a little bit more defensively with the cameras, but not too defensively.
And Nolak's Mozzie should be able to deny some initial intel before the drones get a nice clearance in terms of vision. Where they're rushing, as last time 3 people rushed dirt, 1 person in open area, and 1 in main lobby. So knowing that nobody was in open area, Boho just rushed in and got the 2 hatches and left and had hatch control.
Yeah, the lack of roaming pressure just really let Bahoja just not have to worry about his back and focus on the hatches. It's made a nice big difference in terms of pressure onto the people on site. Looks like they're all spawning inside of Park Alley there though this time.
A different type of rush this time. And Bahoja's still looking for those hatches. And Snicky's still preparing.
Might be a little bit very scary if they just start pushing in really quickly out of nowhere. So they're starting to just drone out an entirety of open area and just try to take it out by storm. But they'll see the Legion there and hopefully they'll plan. But Legion's getting some shots in and he does take out Turtle with him, but unfortunately Bahoja will get the reflag. The rest of the team is trying to push into open area. No Leg just hiding inside the closet. Probably has a couple of Mozzie drones trying to make sure that they can't drone him out entirely. But really safe here. Make sure he doesn't stick his neck out too far and try to catch them while their pants are down.
Well, he wasn't spotted until now. The first call is going through. The sound cue is going to give him away. And Kevin is ready to find him. He finds Bahoja straight through the head and find a second one. That's Surfon. A third? No. Kevin refrags. Unfortunate. The valiant effort, and Kevin is down to a 2v3 situation along with Arten.
This is looking very good for hold shift here, especially because they took out Hibana, so that's 3 breaches out of the way entirely.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Arten making sure his teammate does not defect against him by holding the gun to his head, ready to fire at any given moment. Already Nomad trying to prepare here, try to anticipate where the push is coming from, decide where he wants to hold. Everyone's just trying to prepare for the push that's going to be coming from these 2 people, knowing that one of them is very hurt. And also Dokubi does have cams, so every single one of the attackers that are dead is going to be staring down those Val cams, trying to see if they can catch any info, and there are pings going out in the basements. Do know a little bit about who's in the basement.
And Kevin Joker is out of logic bombs. That means that's going to be pure fragging power as they try to take this site.
This one's looking a little defender-sided. It's going to be kind of hard to be pushing with the firepower they have now, especially with the angles that they're pushing at. Server currently is kind of an easier time for the mirror, as she has the black mirror to give her the advantage and know exactly where she needs to be pointing her reticle.
For coming through, that'll be a kill on the mirror. Arten just through the wall as the ping goes through. And it'll be Kevin trying to enter, but already Nomad, the smoke takes down Kevin, and it'll be 13 seconds diffusers on Arten. He has to push through B site, and already Nomad frags back as he sees the bullet trails, and Arten gets taken down. First round for hold shift.
Yeah, this already Nomad, they're just hiding underneath the little hole beside the mirror window. Never expect them from below. Probably only saw the holes above and didn't think that there was somebody prone right there.
And there's a sneaky little hole to crawl through, because before people enter, they usually drone, and then if they see, there's no hole, we'll try to enter. However, this droning went through pretty early on during the round, so the hole wasn't really noticed.
Especially when there was just 2 people left at the end. Definitely very limited on cam footage to even see what the plan was with that wall. From their perspective, it probably only looked like the ceiling was open.
And it looks like Blue Communists will be using the Mira and Castle for their CEO executive lounge hold. And okay, Tachanka, the Mira's a bait.
This right here is the Bahoja special. I've seen this man pull this strat numerous of times
I've seen it
in
too. I'm
ranked
not gonna
games.
spoil it. I'm gonna let you guys watch.
I'm really curious to know if it works out here, where the strategy and droning usually goes a little bit stronger. Essentially, the entire strategy revolves around Bahoja trying to catch them with their pants down, and while they're not paying attention, just shooting them down with the Tachanka turret within the back of stock office there. It's gonna be quite interesting to see if this team will fall to it. If they don't drone the window out and just jump in front of it willy-nilly, they most definitely will be catching some Tachanka bullets to the face.
And it was a 6-pick. It's pretty hard to guess where he will be with this just turret. You can never expect the
Unfortunately,
Lord.
if they do find the drone on him early, they might just be able to get a little bit of a hint. There's such a Tachanka in play here.
Arton coming with the late setup from Castle, always AFK the first 30 seconds of prep phase, and Oja, Tachanka is prepared. All 5 of whole shift actually spawning in alley. It'll be Kevin and Bahoja trying to hold stock. With a Hibana,
And
Bahoja takes down one.
And unfortunately, Kevin will go down to QP as he snipes him from above. Bahoja getting ready to catch the next guy who decides to peek him.
Whole shift making the good choice and going all the way around to look at Skylight. Oh, we'll find Turtle at Skylight? No? Turtle knows someone's there, it's just they're not peeking. Turtle looking for the kill.
The best part about the Tachanka turret is once they drone it out, they keep thinking, ah, yeah, I could catch him, but then just has such an advantage with the amount of cover he has. Especially with the Tachanka shield to protect him from maybe 1 or 2 bullets.
It's 800 HP, I believe. 800.
See, they tell you that, and then you get shot right through it and the thing is still open. But already Nomad getting chunked by the Tachanka turret. Tachanka's still very healthy. But he will... Tachanka catches QP, but already Nomad catches back the refrag onto him. You can already say that Tachanka definitely did his job, as he just took out 2.5 of their players.
Pretty even in terms of health as they're approaching site. There's still a heart breacher left on the side of the whole ship, so they definitely can open the wall. And Arden just looking for the little punch hole being made as already Nomad takes out his Umine. Stuck in his foot. 1 minute left on the clock. There's still a castle barricade on the meeting room wall. No, that's gone. The castle's gone, and ooh,
Down by Turtle, all around Banana, catching him on the elevator side. And Arden just...
Question if Arden is lagging, or
Nah, he's just shooting. He's probably writing a nice love letter to Duke as he speak. Making sure that he
20
understands how he feels. IQ gonna be pushing in from conference side, trying to take this site in the last 30 seconds. Pressure on the clock. But it does look like he will be catching 2 people there. And now it's all down to Arden, having to hold site back from
5 seconds.
table.
Oh, time for a retake, and Arton has not been spotted yet. However, IQ is holding an angle into the long desk area, and Arton's gonna have to go all the way around. It's up to him. 1 versus 2. And IQ's on site. The Thermite's waiting outside.
It's gonna be a little bit hard for him for a retake, especially with the 2 attackers just holding 2 separate sides of the point. So if one goes down, they'll know to aim at the other half of the angle with their ACOG. Going to impact for distraction, trying to catch out anyone who's on this side. Walk on sight, but it's getting shot down from the IQ from no leg. Unfortunately, does not get into the site to take back it.
No lag and Flame and Clement taking it really slow, not going greedy for the kill, but however holding 2 different angles so they can refrag for each other if they get taken down 1 by 1.
You can already tell Bahoja's a little bit salty because he put all that work in his Tachanka play, and now the one trick strat is out of the window and they know about it, so you can't redo it again.
Well, That makes him go down to lockers and CCTV, and there'll be a Kaid for Bahoja to block the hatches. And Kevin Joker on the Mira.
Looks like
Mira
they're not
friendly
gonna-
in play at basement.
looks like they're not really gonna try to hide that their basement by trying to six pick into the mirror or anything like that. Try to just save their six pick to see if anything counters them super hard and they need to switch off, or just ignoring it altogether.
It looks like it is the same lineup as last time for Hold Shift, bringing a Thermite, Sophia, Hibana, Thatcher, and an IQ. No changes, no six picks.
Both teams confident in what they took should be able to get the job done. See if they could be able to take the Locker's site onto Bank.
And someone's gonna have to wake up Anita Hanjo.
Nah, he's gonna
Oh.
keep watching that cooking video, making sure he knows how he's gonna prepare tomorrow's food.
Food. He just likes food and videos, and that combined food videos during prep phase. Still AFK. He'll do something about it later, and
It's okay,
Zerfon's
he's
just
dog.
busy reinforcing.
All he has to do is slap 2 last-second reinforcements onto site, and he's good to go. He's Doc.
And nothing really to prep. If he's something like a Jaeger or a Maestro, then that would be an issue. However, a Doc, best he has is a bulletproof cam and some barbed wire.
Yeah, usually that stuff you could just you could drop last second if you want to, especially when you're anchoring. Unless he decides to go as a little bit of a soft roam today and catches 1 or 2 people out, then you might want to be able to prep a little bit quicker.
Looks like Arton has to hold down Central Stairs while Zerfon is still in CEO. So Zerfon has the entire control of second floor until he gets pushed out. And it will be 2 of Whole Shift trying to repel all the way up to the second floor, having Skylight control. And Snecky and Flame and Clayman trying to enter open area.
Fortunately, it's going to be a little bit harder for the Vigil to hold it, especially with the amount of drone and firepower that the attackers have brought, and the IQ to catch him if he tries to go invisible.
Definitely.
Walking a wall bang if he's not too careful here.
And Zerfon's getting pinched in the CEO. And
He's gonna
oh, Zerfon!
takes out the no leg immediately. And after he knows that he killed the IQ, he's now starting to use his ability a lot more liberally. And he's unfortunately going to get taken out by Artie Nomad, taking the long angle.
Really unfortunate timing there for the IQ. IQ was looking at the angle and flicked to the right to check CEO. And that was the moment Zerfon started shooting, and the IQ was dead.
Moving a little bit fast though, especially with enemy nearby. Kind of leaving himself slightly exposed. A little bit scary, but almost worked out in the end.
Oh, that will be an EMP on the hatch, or the kite is waiting to trick. He might be just right below him. And he is already a server with Flame and Clayman, but neither of them... Actually, no, Flame and Clayman has the fuser. So they might be attempting a server plant.
And Arden is sitting over there, already talking to Taco through the wall in Pink, letting him know that he acknowledges him from the game. He gets her to watching up the hatch, trying to cover the mirror, make sure they don't just randomly decide to drop, maybe even catch them as they peek it.
And the attackers are now down to 45 seconds. And if they have to make a decision fast, they have to go for frags or a plant.
I'm gonna see a very last second push, a little bit rushed, maybe even. Unfortunately, time's ticking down. They're gonna have to start going soon. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Kevin has a C4 in his hand, he just has to wait. Oh, first C4 coming through.
Throwing it a bit
Blinded.
early, but probably throwing it out because he was getting blinded and hit by flashbangs constantly, thinking they're gonna go within the cover, but fortunately not. But Turtle tries to make up for it as he just charges in and tries to shoot from the angle. Unfortunately, don't think he got the shot, and kills just flying left and right from both teams as they try to retake the site.
They're just vaulting over the wall, trying to find someone in the server. Will connect some shots on each other. However, it is a 2v2. And Kevin gets taken out by Flame and Clayman, holding a prone angle, and is up to Bahoja to take down the Sophia and the Thermite. Down to 3 bullets, you're gonna have to reload Bahoja. Oh, finds someone? Nope, Flame and Clayman finds Bahoja instead.
Fortunately, he doesn't get the pre-fire once he saw him the first time he peeked. Would have been nice shot, but the thermite was already firing, ready for him to just peek it again.
It looks like Whole Shift is actually coming back with the two consecutive rounds.
Yeah, especially on this tech wave, since they got it, they have not dropped a single round, making us make me wonder if this is a bit more of a defender side or attacker sided map, or if just both teams just feel much more comfortable on attack than defense.
Or maybe Mira just being available is just rolling around in their minds. It's like, Mira's available. How can we play this in defense? It's just making them think a little bit more. But Mira's still not being played. Hasn't been played as much unless they're going basement. And looks like Kevin is pairing the Mira again. The same lineup, besides Artin on the visual. No
Yeah,
6-6 just
Are
yet.
gonna be the hard roamer, or playing the more hard roaming character, while Zerfon takes Jaeger instead. A little bit minor switch up in the roster. It'd be interesting to see Artin roam, because he's gonna be watching those cooking videos immediately. It'll be quite the interesting delayed roam. And there we have it. Still watching the cooking videos with that mouse esports skin. Oh, 30 seconds and he starts moving. This is probably one of the earliest I've seen him move.
Oh, he has to go get the hatches somehow.
Probably has Bahoja already shouting at him, making sure he knows he has to get something done. But it does look like his teammates did compensate and get the hatches for him. Does he stop his two reinforcements? I don't think so.
Yeah, the one thing I like about Whole Shift's lineup right now is that it stays consistent. It really doesn't have to change where, like, depending on what site the defenders go to. Even if they go CEO, they still have enough. If they go Colors Archives, if they go Basement, they still have enough gadgets to work with as an attacker. Take the site. You don't have to make drastic changes, as you have to bring in Capital just for Basement.
Oh jeez. Q-Pump's
Where
just
was this?
taking out, it looks like, Artin from across the parking lot. Probably very thankful that he decided that one time to go check parking lot while site's in basement.
Well, that's Artin off the board, and that will be full control of second floor for the attackers.
A lot of fragging power gone after Artin's gone. Gonna be
Keep
left.
just a little bit of a dance move in parking lot, up and down, up and down.
Oh, the team's just buying their time a little bit. Defense just waiting for the attack to be pushing up a little bit more. Catch them as they try to enter and stop them and delay them a little bit. While the attack is just trying to make sure that they're clear and not gonna push themselves a little bit too far.
Well, they're gonna need Q-Ball in open area soon. They're trying to save the thermite for the server wall. So Q-Ball running through lobby, not disturbed. Oh, they might be opening the teller's hatch?
Yeah, it looks like there might be a teller's hatch first, and then the IQ might drop and just rush right through with their 3-speed powers. Thermite starting to get into sight now off the drone. Trying to make sure it's a little safe before he moves up and take the server wall with a minute 20 left. Still a little bit good on time considering the other matches. Now they're
They
starting
still
to
have a
take
minute,
server.
and they can take all the time in the world as long as they don't reach 15 seconds. Kevin Joker has a C4. Didn't do much last time. Hopefully it'll do something for Blue Communist during the plant. And he will find one. That's a Zofia. That will be concussion nades off the board.
And the smoke's just gonna start becoming a little bit more big here, as I'm thinking he's nearing the point where he could just permanently smoke off the entrance there and not allow them to plant at all.
And especially with the C4 combined, however, Turtle's not near just yet.
Yeah, 35 seconds of the clock, and he still does have all three. He could most definitely just block off the entrance entirely. But Kevin Joker's still watching with the C4, so it's still a pretty good hold. Making sure that they can get it freely and just lob that thing over there.
Clayman, and Kevin Joker just playing a mind game just now. Kevin like linking with the C4. Turtle's gonna have to smoke. That
Can he make it?
Clayman sticking.
That's completely worth it. He got the diffuser down with a smoke smoke alive with that timer left. They're looking very, very risky for them to get the site after that. Thankfully, he's able to tank out the full health bar. Now let's get the retake, and looking a little bit bad for the defenders. Is left down to Zerfon, and he's off-site and it's gonna get taken out by, I believe, would be this slit. Or no, Thatcher. Nope, I'm wrong. It's Hibana.
Bearing 9. Bearing 9 for the Hibana.
Yeah, it looks like an SMG-11 to me. I'm not used to taking machine pistols too much.
God, I got used to the recoil kill dev.
Nah,
Just get used to it.
I got stuck to using pistols because of an old joke with a friend. He actually ended up naming himself Handgun God, and ever since then, when I see an option to take a pistol, I got to now. I got to take it for him.
Well, whole shift has tied it up 4-4.
Yeah, both teams' attacks just working out very, very well for them. Not letting the defenders get a single inch after they get the diffuser down. So they're gonna take it down up to CEO office with the castle as well, trying to cover up the windows. See if they could probably cheese out a nice win here.
Making it really obvious that they're going second floor with the castle. Castle's usually a default pick for many teams, and that will be the case with Blue Communists, and it'll be Bahocha on the Maestro instead of the Tachanka this time.
Yeah, definitely
The
don't
strat
want
only
to.
works once.
Definitely want to pull it out twice before they just rush below you in open area and just shoot out the floor. Be a very, very scary thing once the team that knows you're doing it is a very, very good team. See some standard reinforcements off the site. And try to find out. Trying to figure out a way to just take the one defense victory. If they could take this defense victory, things will probably shift a lot better for them, and so it won't have to go to some weird overtime where it's just whoever RNG's out the attack more wins.
Or it might be a defense one. Because you do have to like recognize that the whole shift did win one defense round in basement, which means that depending on what site the defenders choose, this might change like way just like all across the board. I think I'm losing my mind, but it's okay.
It's okay, it's early in the morning for you. You get the excuse.
Ooh,
See the
Asia,
attackers
love it.
all spawning out of park area here, and I think a few out the front area trying to see if they could get a shot from across the street. Bo just still putting down the cameras, trying to hide them.
May have been expecting a Tachanka actually, and Doc just checking carefully to see if that's the case. And it'll be Kevin Joker holding from, well, some people call Kanto, I guess.
You never know if Lightning's gonna decide to strike twice that day. You always gotta make sure. Not like gonna be starting to enter through as he's starting to put a little bit of pressure on the hall, even putting down the Hibana pellets so they get sight on the entire hallway from these windows. It's gonna be pretty major for when they try to push
Kevin's
it.
now stuck in the elevator. Can't really leave unless he breaks it, however. Can't break the hatch below him since no impacts, no shotguns.
Fortunately, he has a gun and a dream, so he could still probably manage to pull off at least one or a lot of damage onto one person. Hopefully he could get a kill out from this, like at least make his time in the elevator worth it for himself.
130, halfway gone. No frags from either side just yet, and Slim and Clem is still droning first. Neki as Neki enters Skylight. People will fire through long dust, trying to find Bahoja.
Bahoja just firing back, trying to keep the suppression down. So the Zofia from Already Nomad just watching the elevator, making sure he's stuck in there. Unfortunately, Kevin knows he's stuck and can't leave, but he will just hold in there just to buy out time and cause them to have some fear as they go up that main staircase. And by the look of it, so far it is working because that Zofia is not deciding to push up on him. And Kevin will take down No Leg playing IQ. It also looks like, oh, two-shot double kill for Already Nomad. Getting good as well. Taking out Bahoja and Kevin at the same time.
Looks like Zerfan's occupied in impact tracking, so Sophia might be walking through long desk. On this
This is a pretty strong defensive here. Just having one person try to go for the impact trick, and the other person go for bandit trick. But unfortunately, no one was watching one person was watching their back. So once they got crumbled, it was all over at that point, and they got taken out by Sophia from Already Nomad.
That was a 4K for Already Nomad this round. On the Kaid, Doc, and the two people on site. Good drone work. coming from hold shift, and this will be match point for them. This might be a reverse sweep.
You just need to hold on to one defense round and they could force it into overtime. If not, it looks like hold shift will end up taking it back through the attack rounds. Scoreboard looking pretty even for both teams too, reflecting equally on both sides.
This looks like a 5 anchor strat coming up from Blue Communist. There's heavy ACOG operators, the 1 speed, and someone who could, I guess, borderline roam would be a smoke, but if the smoke gets taken down off the board early, that's no canisters to deny late plants.
I don't think they're gonna roam here too much because
It looks
their
like a 5
roamers,
anchor strat.
except for Zerfon with the vigil on the earlier round, the roamers haven't been too successful overall. I would say maybe because Arden as well just got taken out almost immediately at the start of the round last time they went down here, and they already know that they're gonna take up quite a bit of time on their own, so they might try to just have more of the firepower focused onto site and try to make sure that there's enough angles being covered so that the Smoke and Mira could just focus on making sure they can't plant it from server side.
Really anchor heavies. There's gonna be whole shift's gonna need to do some thorough drone work to find where these anchors are hiding.
And even if they actually six-picked into an attacker or maybe a roamer instead and just decided to go catch them with, off guard. Just
The
run
fast
straight
drop into dirt.
and make sure they could just not even droning out the server as well. Probably already had a drone inside here just waiting to see if anything enters.
Oh,
But
it's soft.
oh, this is
Are
gonna
they
be a
rushing
very
in?
close
Nolak's
play.
rushing in?
But Turtle will catch them, make sure that they to show them that they are in fact ready. Although a lot of these walls are soft and probably shouldn't be.
They tried to abuse the fact that the mirror sub takes a long time, and it's possible that the mirror's not looking at her initial mirror towards server. Almost
Also,
worked, however, Bahoja, or no, Turtle was ready for the rush.
very early smoke as well to make sure that they can't run up again in the next couple seconds and slow them down just a little bit so the defenders can readjust themselves. And Bahoja's very smart, or Kevin Joker, sorry, very smart, decides to make the camera go all the way up so they cannot destroy it, and he could use it for utility later on.
It looks like Q-Paul's opening up the teller hatch, unless going open to open area. Flamecom is trying to reverse plant. Just not find the angle quite yet.
He's gonna have to get it very, very tight because they do have a Mira, and a lot of things to prevent the plant.
Well, that was the first C4, second C4 going through. Ooh, not connecting as much, but oh, Zerfon will find Flame and Claymore trying to plant. That'll be Diffuser on the ground and the Thermite off the board. It's a 5v3 in favor of the Communists.
A little tense on the attack side, might be a defense win here, but gets a smoke down immediately too, right as the plant started, and gets him down with the kill as well, because he was stuck at the edge of the hitbox of the smoke. Things are starting to not look good for the attack this time, and might see a defense win into overtime.
It's one person in the server, one in the open area. It has to be already Nomad trying to drag on to the Blue Communist, or five anchoring on site, and Q-Paul will be coming around to help. But there will be 50 seconds left and one smoke canister left.
It's kind of a little bit tough too, because knowing that 3 of your teammates just died in that one spot, you kind of want to rotate, but at the same time you only have 40 seconds left. You kind of can't devote too much utility onto another side because you don't have that much left anymore. But
Sophia's out of any concussion grenades or frag grenades too. So it's just up to already Nomad just trying to fire unless... Oh, taking shots from both sides. Q-Paul trying to connect onto the smoke, and Sophia's already in sight, and that'll be Q-Paul fragging out the Turtle, Zerfon taking already claiming it, and Q-Paul taking out... Who is this? I can't see, but it's okay. Kevin Joker finds the last kill on Q-Paul, and that'll be round 10 for Blue Communists going into overtime now.
Everything just going crazy in the last couple seconds as both teams just shoving themselves out there inside the server room there, trying to get the angles because they both know that they have to be rushing in at that point.
Hold Shift did try to change the pace for the last round since they did a steady take every time they were trying to attack onto the CCTV basement site, but that might have just reversed and friendly fired. No.
And this time
You.
the attack side does go to Team Blue instead of Hold Shift here. So it's going to be a little bit more tougher Hold Shift to try to carry out this win, seeing that how all the attacks and defense rounds have been going. If they can manage to win this Lockers one, though, I would say they're probably more in favor to take the whole thing.
Definitely. It has been hard for defenders to win. Most of these round wins have been coming from attacks. But my computer just went black. I need the screen. Hello? Alright. I can't see it, but Kilduff has it.
It's okay. You just have to just call out things randomly and hopefully they're right.
Yep, I just shook my mouse nonstop and it just came back. And this time Alibi's been played.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you just don't change those window settings, you end up looking at the screen long enough, it'll just go to sleep on you.
I'm pretty sure I put it on hour and then like an hour delay if I don't touch anything. After an hour I should go to sleep. It's not been an hour and my computer is going crazy.
I had to turn that setting off. Kinda affected me a lot when I was watching movies. Anyways, we're gonna have nice standard, similar defense strategy on the basement. Trying to actually get a little bit of garage cams in this time going. Make sure that they cover all their angles so they can't just rush in willy-nilly. Coupon. Oh, it looks like 3 people just hiding out inside of open area, getting ready, expecting the push from at least a Hibana to try to take the whole site.
There's only a Hibana for hard breach on the side of Blue Communist, so if the Hibana gets taken down, it'll be really difficult for them to open any of the hatches nor the server wall.
I don't want to not see the thermite, especially on this site, because usually people like to blow up that server wall and be able to get themselves a nice little reverse plant on that wall, but I wonder if they're maybe thinking of the fact that earlier they just kept picking third sites instead of straight up blockers.
Well, the 3 defenders are being ignored. Just not yet. They're
Yeah.
taking second for first, trying to clear it out, and Bahoja will be looking ready. Rotates going downstairs, and first kill coming up from Q-Pal, a headshot onto the Zofia. Q-Pal's already down to 25 HP, but we'll be okay. Nope, never mind. Bahoja finds Q-Pal trying to rotate down. Nolak finds Turtle, and Kevin's just suffering with the goo mine, trying to recover the fuser. However, triggered by the Prisma, that'll be Arton taking down the Alibi roaming around and recovers the diffuser. That happened pretty quick. He finds another one. That's the bandit off the board now. It's a 3v2 all of a sudden.
Everything just, once you have the 3 roamers, every single defender just got caught out around the same time, one by one, unfortunately. Looks like they're going to be able to have a little bit easier time, as the only thing stopping them from the plant is the Maestro cams and Mira C4, but the Maestro cams could be probably taken out pretty easily, as Arton still has grenades. Unfortunately. It looks like that Maestro cam's gonna get shot at as it's starting to shoot at the drone. The good old bait
Looks like
switch.
the only denial is going to be the C4, and Fleming Clement has to go over. But it's nowhere close to deny it. If the plant goes down, it'll be Snacking able to try to frag onto the planter. And Roses on the hatch drops their vault. We'll find Snacking is a 3v1. Has to find Fleming Clement hiding in B. And we'll find him 2 kills for Bahoja to end the round. That'll be round 11 going to Blue Communist.
Bringing that man mode energy right into the site, just dropping down the hatch and letting them know that he's not ready to keep this going on forever.
Oh, overtime match point for Blue Communist, and they'll be going defense. However, both teams really not that successful in fully defending the site. I think they're once or twice.
Yeah, both teams won on lockers both times. But it did take a couple tries to actually get it to actually give them the win. So even if they lose this one, they will end up as attack again, and it will end up being the favor of Bluwu Communists. So it's gonna look a little bit of a hard push here for team Hold Shift.
First change coming through from the attacker lineup for on the side of whole shift. There's a sledge being picked instead of IQ.
Actually, lack of IQ is kind of interesting. More so just because it might have just been a comfort pick this entire time. Maybe just starting to think he might have a plan for the sledge. Probably should get rid of the maestro cams with grenades and the hammer if they're placed a little bit more offensively.
And Zofia charges maybe a backup this time. And Kevin setting up the same Maestro cams, but might get naded early. However, we'll see what the ADS can do to protect it.
Yeah, if they position it right on the bomb, I'm pretty sure that cam will be perfectly safe from the grenades, unless for some reason they cook it at some weird angle or something and immediately get out
Or
the ES and the same blow.
the EMP destroys it.
That too, yeah.
Looks like 4 anchors this time.
Definitely last time when they went heavy anchor, it worked out very well for them. They might be trying to go for a little bit this time. Maybe a soft roam at most, just so they could get a little bit of pressure out. And because they went all anchor last time, they may not be expecting it as much. So
This looks like an all anchor again.
a little bit of a less of a droning work.
A slight rush coming through in terms of pushing server. Already Nomad and No Lag approaching server site. Oh, Mirror's behind it. That's Surf on.
Leaving the server wall soft again, probably trying to so the mirror could get a wall bang on it, but the side wall you can't really get too much shots from. So curious on why they left it soft and not try to drag out the utility to be used. Nomad trying to take out the camera, but sees the ADS directly in front of him.
Oh.
Try to get in. They will in fact get the camera out. Yeah, very, very strong for the attackers here. As they will be a little bit harder to tell if there's a plan going on. Especially when the Nomad's just, not Nomad, sorry, the Maestro is just taking his time to create the site rotation, realizing they forgot to do it.
And Keepall is doing a garage take. Nobody's really looking at garage just yet. And Flaming Flame is still on the roof with his diffuser.
The garage take is going to be really strong here because this entire game no one's been really going for it. But it looks like they did put a mirror window on it, so he's going to get stopped here. Hopefully the player playing on the window. And the
Hibana.
Yeah.
Yep, pallets are going down. That'll be a destroyed mirror window. Unless, oh, never mind. Turtle wants to take
the
it
window
down
they
first.
never expected.
Awkward.
And then
It looks like a sniper. The open hole.
some long angles can start play here, but Mira's gonna get taken down from Artie Nomad with the ACOG on Zofia. Playing the better angle for her comfort. And Q-Paul is gonna take out Turtle from that server wall. Now a lot more pressure is being applied to her inside garage. A little bit tough, but he's managing to take down Bahoja as well. And the plant will go down. Things are looking very good for the attackers here. Q-Paul is just annihilating the entire defense team from garage. But will eventually get taken down by Arden. He tries to solo retake against 4 people. He's going to pull off an ace here. Gets the first kill, down to 3 left. Hiding within server, gets the second one. 2 left on inside of server. He's looking at the wrong, he can get them, but the third right will just wait for him to enter. So close from Arden there.
Arden fragging left and right. Almost finds Flaming Clem, but Flaming Clem is just holding down the door so he can't rotate up. And there'll be round 13! Overtime match point for both teams. Whoever takes this takes the map.
Unfortunately for Hold Shift, Blue Communist just has a much better lead here as they cannot go back into lockers and they're on defense, which showing off the match history for this one has not ended up very well for them. But maybe they might be able to pull it back and catch them with the guard down. It's the double ACOG setup here again as the site does have quite a bit of long angles that could be played.
Still no castle being played actually from the side of Full Shift.
See if they maybe catch on this time, knowing that they're going to have to go to the second floor, maybe pull out a glass and just sit across the street. Looks like instead of Nomad will be pulled out.
I'm expecting some repel play from the side of CEO.
Probably bringing in the Nomad because the last time the C4 came out from that bandit from below. And cue Pauls as well was just in the basement roaming around, probably trying to cut them off from the site and make it a little bit easier once they take the site.
Well, standard subs coming through for reinforcements. Nike and Nolak just locking down the double walls on CEO. People just stock looking for some bomb peak angles? No, just playing around banana.
Looks like he's gonna be going all the way down to. Oh, looks he's probably gonna play the elevator wall and then take the barbed wired so that he can't get pushed super hard from a 3-speed. Very interesting to see if they're gonna be able to take this down, since it's all the way down to this one point that's gonna be kind of awkward to play on. Hopefully they'll be able to take it for their sake. Watching spawn peaks from Park Alley, making sure their entrance is safe. As if I recall correctly, last time the majority of their team did spawn on this side. So charging up there, knowing that his teammates checked up the windows, made sure that they were all closed up. No one was spawn peeking.
There's 2 roamers downstairs for hold shift. That will be no lag. And Sneaky? Unless it's just one roamer. Nope, just one roamer no lag with the C4. The Rook
Yeah, and
already
assuming,
known as holding banana.
looks like Xeraphon's trying to see if he can catch out that bandit from below, and he goes for the C4, as he does have to shove himself a little bit out into a danger zone just to get the C4 out. Trying to watch his teammates back, but he starts to get up to reload and just rotates away from his teammate, leaving him alone. But No Like does get back onto site instead of going for the C4 play, as he realized there was cover from archives.
And it looks like Zephyr already took some shots from Nolax. That's like down to half HP. And 1:15 off the clock. And the Rook has been untouched in the hallway. There's the EMP coming through. Hey, tricking both sides. I'll have to cross another EMP.
Looks like they're gonna get the first set of Hibana belts for that impact grenade, but already Nomad taking out one of the attackers and getting hit by the other, probably asking for a dock heal at this point, trying to keep himself healthy, and he does get that heal. Going for the peek again and catches another one out. Looking a little bit good for the defenders here. Are outmanning the attackers at this point. Might be able to take
The
out
attackers are running out of time too. They're down to 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute, and that wall is nowhere near nicely breached to create pressure. It's gonna be a little bit hard for the attackers to come back from this, especially with the Rook just watching pretty deep down the hallway, watching
Already
for them to
pushed
just
in.
rotate. And he's gonna find. No, oh, he's gonna down one of them and down the thermite inside of janitor closet and almost catch the turtle, but unfortunately he gets the shot on him first.
2v4.
It turns down to a 1v4, all down to Turtle. Can he take this victory for his team, or are they gonna have to take the L for this map? He's gonna get Q Pauls down to just flaming Keeman, but he just turns around and shoots him with a 1-tap. And Hold Shift will take the map for bank.
When Clem was looking at the Claymore and then heard the footsteps behind him, turns 180 and takes down Turtle. Hard fought victory indeed, 7-6. Defenders finally working out for themselves.
And definitely with the Rook just pushing himself out, getting so many kills there. Definitely
The Rook was untouched actually in
he did
around
get
the
hurt,
lobby
but
area.
He got dock healed in the middle of it.
Definitely dock healed and double digits. Ooh, 19 kills from Arten and following up with Kevin 11, 13. So did Q-Paul. Basically a frag game, not really any planting kills. Like just plant wins, but it's mostly been kills, and that's just all across the board. And they need a break. And then look at this. Looks like we need a break too. We'll be back.
Yeah, it looks like a nice, good washroom break. We'll just be right back. Hello, hello again. We're starting to get ready to get into the second match, which will be Clubhouse, which will be also Hold Shift's pick, which is looking very good for Team Hold Shift as they just won on Bluwu communist pick of Bank. Hopefully, they can be able to take this out for themselves.
And this will be hold shift attacking as well. And we're already going into the match, and Blue Communist defense hold shift attack again. Hold shift is looking good from last round. They were able to pull off a successful defense round in the end that basically just gave them the entire match point and the map.
Yeah, at this point it could be any man's game, but it is still slightly in favor of Hold Shift as they did get to choose this one freely. And you get the Maverick ban is he is very strong on that cash wall, and even the hatches too if there is a Kaid in play.
And even if it's not reinforced, it takes like 1 second of a blowtorch to break open soft hatches, and goodbye Jackal just not being in play in any of the maps.
Yeah, unfortunately the new operator J Cal just never gets to play in the game anymore.
JCal. Operation Velvet Shell. I think this might be a mirror ban.
Yeah, Mira is definitely a character that doesn't really get to see too much play in this map in general, but when people do pull it out, it usually is a big annoyance. But instead, it'll be Echo, since plant times are very annoying with Echo in play.
And Blue Comics really taking their time to find the last ban on the defender.
You're
Are you thinking about a Bandit, Jaeger?
probably trying to think back to what characters on the enemy team that were used, and just utilize very, very well. Trying to think of maybe if they banned one of their like comfy picks to be able to pull out something nice, but instead it just goes back to Pulse, probably with the long decision of if they should ban it or not, because nice cooking videos going on.
Well, the intel that Pulse gives is really just a little bit too much for attackers to deal with. But however, Blue Comics are starting on defense.
They're probably just a little bit not practiced as much with the Pulse as they think their enemy team is and don't want to deal with it. And we're gonna get the Hoja picking onto Frost.
Popping
And
from
I'm
you,
pretty
as
sure
always.
he's going to stick it as well, because he has been more successful than me in these Frost mats.
Okay, going to Church Arsenal of defense for Blue Communists, going Frost, Kite, Doc Legion, and Jaeger. Maybe a 6-pick, maybe not. And if Thermite, Capital, Zofia, Thatcher, Sledge on the side of Hold Shift, that'll be a Rook, so you are wrong, Keldev.
And
No
yet
Frost
he
today.
decides to crush my dream. No, I mean, in the basement site, it's a little bit harder to pull out Frost just because there's so many entries that they could come from. So, and there's not too many places you could hide it so nice and tightly that someone might not see as they enter. It probably it could get used in cache, but definitely I don't think it'd be a very good pick in basement at this level.
Expecting possibly an impact trick on Kitchen Hatch. It is possible. Just make a small hole from below or above next to the hatch and just throw a grenade at the counter.
It's definitely a lot safer than just trying to rely on the one Kaid charge to just trick it, hopefully. Especially with Thatcher in the game.
I think it's more worth it to put the kite charge on the bar, since you can't impact trick that, however you can with the kitchen one.
And as well. It allows them to stretch it out a lot more. And it looks like Turtle's
Turtle,
gonna
run
go
out?
for the run out.
Looking for the camera. Nobody's there though, they all spawned all the way near the CCTV wall.
Unfortunately,
Turtle
Turtle
gonna have to reinforce
put
that.
he's gonna put up that reinforcement in chain as he doesn't get to do anything with it.
Looks like Full Shift is looking for a garage take. Half garage take, half second floor clear. No lag trying to open up the CCTV wall that's currently soft as nobody's playing in there. No roamers on the side of Blue Communist.
Going from very
Besides
far
Buffalo-
angles to get it. Where?
What is this?
He's hiding
He's
underneath
in
that
bar.
table. That is a very elaborate hiding spot. Never seen someone do that before.
Well, the drone did see him. What did the drone see?
Drone may have saw him, but they may not be able to comprehend what exactly they may have seen perfectly. Kevin Jones trying to play the long angle. Unfortunately, just looking away when they started entering in. And he's gonna catch Artie Nomad with a long distance slug shell headshot. Just getting
That's
ready for the
nasty.
next. The hole just allows him to cover both angles, one from the stairs, the other one from all the way down oil pit, so well. As long as he doesn't get pushed at the same time, he probably won't have any issues. And even if he does, Zerfon's just right behind him, as well as Turtle, making sure he has a lot of support.
And the Hood is just pulling the 100 up. The R10 is just breaking bottles.
And making sure that none of his teammates get drunk on the job and make sure that their wits are above them.
Bahoja lands some shots on Snecky, and Turtle's just holding main stairs, and you know, let's just ignore the Doc holding a suppressed pistol. Bahoja will be holding from pool table.
Just putting down the reinforcement middle of the round, just so they have to go to a sound cue if they're going there. It's always enjoyable watching someone just start reinforcing stuff late game. Oh, nasty shot from Bahoja from pool table, straight all the way into the head of the attacker there.
Old Shift is looking to open the moto hatch, what we call, from bar. However, Bahoja's just locking it down, making it slim and thin and unable to reach it. Ooh, land some shots back and forth. Snecky low, Bahoja also low. Down to 25 HP each, but the attackers are running out of time. 35 seconds. The hatch is now open. Bahoja gets down.
He needs to stay still and try to hide the fact that he got down, because, quite frankly, him stalling time here is doing quite a bit. And it doesn't look like the attackers know that he's down yet. Unfortunately, Zerfon catching a headshot on playing the game and making the attack a lot harder for them. Looks like Zerfon's just trying to play huge here and just get 2 kills, but well, actually take down the Zofia, bringing him down to 1 health for QP. So he's gonna have a little bit of issues now. Any bullet that flies by hits him, he's out. And unfortunately, timer runs out, and Bluwu just takes the victory because the attackers couldn't unfortunately not push into site in time.
The attackers did attempt to open moto hatch. However, Bahoja was just holding it, locking it down from pool table, getting 2 kills. No, a kill for himself, getting down, however, forcing Fleming Clement to go all the way around Blue, the oil pit, to just rush onto site for frags, not opening the hatch.
Even when Bahoja got down playing that spot, I don't think that the whole shift team knew that he was down for sure, so as you can see, they were spraying over his dead body area. So that itself just put off so much pressure and made them very afraid to just push in and take the kill and take the hatch.
Definitely. And this will be a mirror in play for CCTV cache. Possibly one facing construction from CCTV stairs, and one looking at the server site itself all the way from cache.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen a mirror on this site in so long at this point.
It's been forever. Mirror has been banned most of the time.
You know, so many people pulling it out and everything because they want to all do their own thing.
And there will be some sound keyholes being made for Turtle for bandit tricking. Personally, for me, it makes it easier for me to hear when things are being placed. Just makes it all long.
Once you at least get 1 shot on that wall, it becomes worlds easy to bandit trick it. The only issue is this map in particular, and that's it's very hard to bandit trick, as the amount of danger that comes to you is a lot more than other maps in this game. Very, very tricky to try to do it and not get burned alive from the Capitao or any other grenades and stuff like that rolling in through.
There are 2 angles the Capitao can burn the bandit from. One server window, the other is from garage. Garage, you can do it from outside, actually. I don't know if he's attempting to do this, but if he does, this will be crucial.
As well as all the way outside from the AC, you could shoot one really far away all the way into that wall, but it's a little bit hard to get that shot off. It is a long shot on a crossbow with a reflex sight. Kevin Joker's gonna try to attempt to cover both his teammates hiding inside of garage and he's hiding inside lounge, and the one that's all the way trying to bandit trick. Make sure that gives off a little bit of pressure and makes sure that they don't try to do anything silly.
And Zerfon just missed someone going all the way up garage stairs, and that will be garage pressure coming through from the Capitao. Oh.
He's looking
No crossbow just yet. maybe looking to fire. Here comes the first flame bolt.
Just waiting for his teammates to just get in position and make sure that the timing is just right so he can save his second firebolt for something a little bit more important, maybe.
People coming to help get garage control so that the Capital doesn't die while shooting this little flame arrow. First one? Fired? No?
Yep, looks like
Do
both
it.
of them in position. They're getting ready.
Do it! That's the first one!
Turtle has to back off and just let the wall blow up. Now, a nice game of,
Mouse.
yeah, that's the word I was looking for,
No.
sorry.
Hee. Alright, flame equipment. Alright, that's not flame equipment, my bad. That's already Nomad and Q-Ball pushing up garage stairs, and that means they have lost CCTV stair control, and that will be Kevin being taken down with the M249 from RD Nomad. And 50 seconds left, that's Doc off the board. Oh, no more health recovery. Bahoja's just holding the rear window looking for a C4, possibly. All the way from cash onto CCTV balcony.
All Bahoji needs to do here is make sure to find one kill so they can at least give off a little bit of pressure, and he will find it with the with the claymore as he tries to deny plan. But already Nomad gets another kill onto the guy sitting on main stairs there, and Zerfon and the rest of the team just getting ready to start pushing in as the plant is going down. Lots of cover on the planter, and just Bahoja just running in there, getting the guy in garage and the planter. Gonna go for the defuse immediately as he knows that the person's kind of far away, and it looks like he will secure the defuse. Unfortunately, the last attacker could not get there back in time as he ran out of ammo a couple times trying to fight his teammate covering it.
Bahoja coming out huge with the C4, getting the planter and the one next to her trying to cover for the angle. That gets 2 off the board, putting Blue Comics on a number advantage.
2-0 for Team Bluwu this time. See if they could probably take it all the way and show them that we can win on each other's map choices. Take it to the third map.
The third map will be interesting. Just a reminder, the third map is Villa. However, we'll see how Clubhouse goes, and then we'll decide if we see Villa or not. And they will be going to Gym Bedroom for second floor, bringing Castle, helping with the bandit trick along with the little ADSs, protecting the bandit as well, blocking any grenades.
I'm interested about the buck choice on the attacker side, because that's usually not an operator I see too much on this. Yeah, well, there's some things you could break from below, but
But not this part.
Yeah, like for the most part, it's usually areas around gym, but no one actually sits inside gym. It's kind of suicidal since the window and the breach hole and the other site because all the rotation holes. Very dangerous place to stand. So I'm kind of curious to see where the buck is gonna try to do. Maybe he's just trying to go for frags because he's comfy with the gun, or is he gonna try to just go for something a little bit fancier here and try something new?
Jaeger even brought the deployable shield to protect Turtle.
This way, if they try to break open that gym window, he cannot get shot as long as he stays within the hitbox of that deployment shield.
Looks like defenders, half of the defenders, including Kevin Joker and the Meisters, holding from bedroom. That was a late reinforcement, and Bahoja's head could have been shot off.
Super risky there, but unfortunately, it did pay off. As now the attackers are a bit more funneled toward cash room, and then they're gonna have to go through an entire skinny hallway just to get all the way into construction and check a lot of areas and buy quite a bit of time. Looks like Capito here just trying to get a nice angle, shooting from the, I believe this is not an ice cream truck. Delivery van, I believe?
Think so? Well, definitely trying to fire like a lob of fireball in there straight into the bathroom, burning whoever's in there, but they do have an emergency escape route, the little hole made next to the wall. So in the worst case, they can run, but they'll take some damage. Oh god, Bahoja.
Castling off Jim as they hear the melee going off on the wall from the Zofia. Just making double sure that there will not be a shot into their bandit trigger. And Zerfon will take out no leg playing Buck all the way from construction, so it looks like I will never get to figure out what the plan with Buck was. Or there was one.
And Arthur did take half of his health, like, destroyed by the flaming, like, oh, the firebolt. God. My tongue is being twisted.
Looks like they're starting to rotate now, just trying to play for the windows on site because they just have a lot more pressure on it. And they already know that the bandit's tricking the wall as well, and it's gonna be quite difficult to try to get the thermite off without that bandit still being alive.
Well, 1 minute left, down to 50 seconds, and the attackers have not yet entered the site just yet. They are in the building, but there's two on the window, and Turtle is trying to just trick this place while getting flashbanged. Oh, can't see. This might be an open wall, and that will be an open wall for Hold Shift. And Flame and will take down the bandit as well. Turtle all gone from the board. Some more kills. People firing through the smoke. And Arten has been down by the flame bolt. Goodbye, Arten. You're burned to death. Oh, my screen.
It also burns out every single smoke canister as well, making it much more favorable for the attackers to be able to push in that last second and get the plant down if they need to, freeing them up a little bit more time. But unfortunately, there's 10 seconds left, and it's a direct 3v3, and Bahoja just catching the thermite trying to enter, but missing a couple of the shots, and now is just full control of the site. Runs in with the pistol and shows them the power of pistols, but already Nomad also TKs his teammate, and Kevin Joker gets the final kill. As I believe time runs out at the end there.
Already Nomad was below, right?
I am not sure, to be
I think
honest.
that's how he TK'd Flim and Clement trying to plant, because he did see Bahoja run through the door.
Yeah, he's probably trying to shoot the Bahojas he entered in, but just clipped his teammate as he also got off planting, thinking he needs to defend himself first. This time, already Nomad taking the Montaigne, so he can't shoot his teammates' windows.
Well, the Monty is definitely gonna help. It will help with the late drone work. The Monty's basically the drone itself.
Yeah.
You don't have to pull out your drone. Monty's just walking around giving intel, pings, just voice communication, whatever suits the team. Maybe that's a bait. They don't need a Monty. Maybe just a Sophia.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking back the firepower, trying to see if they can bait them into picking maybe some more trap operators that they are a little bit more comfortable with taking out.
Well, 3 successful defense rounds in a row for Blue Communists. And
I feel like this
Hold Shift needs to change the pace.
I feel like this is probably gonna go like bank again, and just whoever gets defend, or whoever this time it's whoever gets defense is gonna take it stronger. That has been the pattern in the past, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see it happen all over again.
Well, Colonel might be attempting another run out. Maybe not. Looks like he's not doing it this time. Putting some Guma is just sealing it off, giving just with some sound cues.
Yeah, seeing that they spawned a different side from the last time, probably doesn't want to go for it again because it's a waste of impact grade if nobody goes there. And if they do go around that side, they'll see that hole there and maybe figure out that someone did try to spawn peek here. It does look like at least one or two people did spawn over at construction this time, but most of the team is still stacked heavily where it got spawned.
And it looks like Kevin will be impact tricking in kitchen, holding or just opening the little hole while he holds in dirt. Someone else can impact trick.
I'm trying to figure out if he needs to throw a Kaid charge onto the dirt wall, see if maybe he could stop one of the thermite charges, and kills quite a bit of utility in hard breach, even though they do bring 2 hard breachers. Both hard breachers usually have 2 different identities and always will have jobs to do. So trying to get rid of at least 1 charge will still make quite a big difference later on.
And as we just saw, Hibana was reverse repelling on kitchen, trying to open the hatch. However, that will be the first impact grenade being used. It did blow up a part of the hatch. However, it did its job. It just prevented the entire hatch from breaking. Here comes the second one.
It's quite a bit of a skinny hole. I'm not sure if they'll get too much angles from that, but already Nomad catching Kevin Joker playing Kaid.
That was all the way from Blue.
Probably sprayed right through that wall and just hit his head. Unless he peeked it. like he's gonna play down a little bit of pressure on the people who are currently impact tricking that hatch. So they might not be looking over to the hatch, but there are two of them playing there, so one of them is just covering and the other one is going for the aggressive impact tricks.
And Bahoja did take damage. He's down and will have to be getting picked up by Zerfon. It'll be up to Turtle and Arten to hold the entrances, stopping the attackers from coming in. And time's ticking. 1 minute left for the attackers, and Turtle will get droned, but will have to hold the angle behind the deployable shield.
Well, health values are a lot better for the attackers here. It's still a little bit more defense-sided just because they don't have to be the ones to push up, but QP immediately changes that as he gets the headshot onto Zerfon. I think much better for the attackers to be able to push in and not worry about too many angles. Take control of the way. Already Nomad catching another one, but Turtle will also catch Already Nomad right back, and it looks like another more kills going in as QP also takes out another.
It's up to Turtle for a 1v3. Attackers are pretty low, two of them, pretty low.
He's out of impact grenades, unfortunately, so it's kind of a bad spot for him to be in, and he gets caught as he tries to back onto site by QP again with Hibana.
A good change in pace, definitely, for Hold Shift. First round for them as they're attacking.
Yeah, the push into Blue made a big difference there. It just caused a lot more pressure and made them a little bit more split with where they had to check. A lot less firepower and a little bit more trust put into their teammates.
And the defenders, Blue Communists, will be taking it back to CCTV as it is now open with the site rotation. And it will be Turtle back on the bandit tricking. Zerfon with the ADS is available as Jaeger. And Kevin Joker with the ACOG, nice ACOG, on the dock, holding CCTV stairs or garage.
It's also the last defense round. And the last time they went to cash room, it was a bit of a just bad timing with the plant, where the plant just came off as Bahoja killed the cover and the person planting at the same time. So hopefully the attackers this time could probably bring it back and this time get a little more proper plant so they could be covered and not have to worry about something like that again.
Well, they definitely know how to force the bandit off, since they showed us last time they opened garage wall, they firebolted from the open hole, and Turtle just couldn't do anything about the wall.
Yeah, definitely that wall's looking like it's probably going to get open later on. It's just a matter of how the later round scramble ends up going, because things have been getting quite crazy all at the same time.
Absolutely, and someone's gonna have to watch the mirror window or at least break it. I was hoping for Sophia, but there isn't really anything that can break it from a far distance, because the mirror window was on a soft wall facing from cache into CC.
Yeah, unless they memorize the exact spot of where the canisters would be from below. Doesn't look like they'll be taking up those mirror windows, so it'll be quite easy for the mirror to just take a lot of control with it, if they do push in the direction of where the mirror windows are facing.
Well, no, like, as I keep looking for the vault cams outside, we'll spot the first. That's the default CCTV cam. No, default garage cam. But looking for these outside cams that are being thrown, and already Nomad looking through the Hibana hole that was made for a firebolt.
Trying to suppress it a little bit, make sure they don't try to peek. Oh, looks like he does get the kill! And he just keeps firing, making sure no one tries to repeat, gets his firebolt out.
M249, it has a big ass man.
Yeah, definitely. And now their walls already opened up and defense numbers are slightly less, which isn't the end of the world just yet, as it is a little bit easier to stop an attack. Then it takes like less people to stop an attack than it does to defend. But with these utilities, it's gonna make quite the difference.
Well, already Nomad has garage control and just threw a firebolt just to check if there's anyone behind the deployable shield.
And then we're gonna get a push coming in, starting to make sure they have all angles covered, take control of the actual bomb site itself. But they're gonna have to play with that nice mirror window right onto the wall beside them. Try to just run straight in and full sprint. Pray to God the C4 doesn't get.
They're only
like
sending one this time, so if the C4 lands, it'll just be Flaming Flame and dead. And Turtle is firing from... Oh, CC stairs! Mira! That was a miracle. Bohoja gets 2 kills?
he gets
C4 and...
he gets the C4 and Turtle gets the shot from these stairs, I believe, into garage. Because there was a gun kill as the second one.
Definitely. And 2 pings coming on CCTV balcony. And it's 50 seconds that plant's going down with Snacky Noodle. Sticking to it. This might be a Valk C4.
Doesn't look like he's gonna get it. The diffuser's gonna go down and immediately just pushed on by Arden. Trying to see if he can get the same quick diffuse there going. I think he shoots up the Turtle a little bit there too. Guess the diffuse going down, the whole team just covering and immediately swarming the site the second the diffuser just went out, and all teammates, or all the attackers are dead now. And the victory for this round will go to Bluwu Communists.
A fast retake. Once the plant was done, once the plant was complete, the fast retake came out from Blue Communist, and the Hibana was still alive outside, but couldn't come just back in time. This happened all in a sudden 5-8 seconds. That was it.
Yeah, it looks like they took a good look at how much people were left and realized that there might not be enough people covering him, so just immediately Zerg rushed him from every single angle and just immediately retook the site by storm.
Looking to go to CCTV cache with a Kaid. No bandit this time. Possibly aware of the angles that the Capital gives, as they've been using it while they were playing attack. So getting that long distance charge, but it does make it harder to trick it.
It's a very much a lot more of a, I would say, a safer way to trick. Unfortunately, if you do not time it correctly, that Kai charge will not come into play at all. Especially if Thatcher just keeps whipping out those grenades right at the wall, just to ensure that there's no shenanigans going on.
And definitely. And looks like 2 6-picks coming out, one that swaps into IQ, one that swaps into smoke from Valk. And Zirfon could possibly play vertically. Both the floors are soft in CCTV and cache.
This is true. For the most part, there's almost not very many places within A-bomb site there that you can hide that an IQ could not shoot you if you are on your cam.
The only place I'd say is a table.
It depends which table. If you're talking about the table in the corner by the wall there is an angle you could do and get someone, but it's very, very thin, and it's gonna take some willpower. But I have managed to pull it off at least once.
It's definitely doable. It's just that you need to find that little slight angle that takes time, and of course being 3 minutes on the board.
Yeah, you just gotta have the raw determination that no one will flank you within the time that you're just spam clicking right onto the spot, praying to God that you don't get hit by those iron bars.
Definitely.
It's a little bit interesting too, because a lot of the sides went to the defenders, so maybe hopefully they could pull the same thing on them and show that it wasn't just you know, a map comfort, and it was more so just the
Just the side.
yeah, just the side, the ease of the difficulty of attacking and defending on it.
Oh, they did spot the Kite Turtle just running out, making sure. And knowing that it's just a Kai, they will be committing. And already Nomad trying to fall on? Yep, trying to get a higher angle, but here's the charge. Gets stuck on the wall, and we'll have to prone to look at the open angle soon.
You're getting ready to just pre-fire right where the thermite explosion breaks. Holes into his vantage to just catch them while they're not paying attention, but does see someone repelling and not able to catch him just yet as he just zooms right past, getting himself into cover. Trying to get the shot again, just lining it up barely, and does see some little bit of blood. Keeps shooting, but unfortunately, Arden just takes him out with the headshot.
And while that happened, no lag took down the Hibana, so that's heart breachers. No more heart breaching, as Turtle did get tricked once, and he had to use the other one to open the wall, so no more openings from the outside, besides that little balcony wall.
Ooh, and Kevin Joker catching the head of Noleg there with the DMR. Nice precise shot. Also, it looks like, I believe that's
Arton
getting a headshot onto QP.
And that'll be Turtle planting in a default spot right behind the stash, and Kaid Clement trying to fire back from CC stairs, but those are so low, and they get taken down at the same time. Kevin Joker killing one with a CZ. and the other coming around, and that'll be the Kai dead on CCTV stairs. That'll be 5-1.
Quite a bit of cover on the attackers as got cover from all the way from the outside, and Kevin Joker just ready to push in the second the plant goes down so that he can catch them while they're trying to reorient themselves on what their plan is to take back site. Looks like it's gonna be match point this time for Bluwu Communist, trying to just take it out one more round and take the whole thing home. And sorry, I forgot to take it to the third map.
The Villa is the third map. If Blue Communist does close out, I can hear Duke dying in the background, but we'll just ignore that really quickly. And 2 Heart Breachers for Blue Communist without a Thatcher. Might be a 6-pick coming through because they did see a Kaid on there.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get a 6-pick from the Hibana into Thatcher, which would have expected somebody else and maybe just roll with a double hard breach and get things done. But instead, it looks like they're just gonna favor for more toward maybe just a certain breaches in general.
And Snecky Noodle playing a different intel operator, so swapping over from the Legion to a Maestro. Maestro maybe putting a cam in logistics office, looking down to deny any hard breaching charges, it is hard to notice if you don't drone it properly. It might be that Snecky is just doing it on site for intel. Already Nomad just reinforcing the mannequin walls from Arsenal room.
Looks like they're gonna try to put a little bit of reinforcement, or maybe break up the
That
entire
looks like a
wall.
rotate.
Yeah, one reinforcement, one rotate to just cover as they run out. That way they could just play inside blue and feel a little bit more safer as they sit in that back wall. Also, a spawn peak looking, it's gonna come out from QP. Aiming into the top part of warehouses, people go up to shoot the drone, but actually looks like he just missed the angle where the attackers had just run out. Realizing and just retreating now, making sure he's safe. Already Nomad just watching out the other angle as well, and Already Nomad catches Turtle from that window.
That's huge. That's the only heart breach that Blue Communist had.
Along with using the red dot, giving himself a little bit as he does it, but doesn't seem to be mattering too much as he just gets a shot. But the C4 from below catches Zerf on a wall as well. Already Nomad just popping off here, making sure that they can enter and changing things so heavily toward the defenders. As now they just 3 to 5 left on the board. Looks like they're gonna try to recover a little bit and just push all in one direction. That way they could focus their fire a little bit more and work together as they push in, use their utility together.
Looking good for a full shift as of now with still 2 minutes, enough time to make a slow push on already Nomad, just only half HP down. Everyone else is full HP. Their number advantage, health advantage, and gadget advantage actually. They still have a C4 on the side of Titan.
Yeah, it looks like because of the loss of their fellow soldiers, they had to just push in immediately, but no, like, also gonna catch Arton now from an angle. Now it's a 2v5. They're trying to just get in before any people pressure them from behind and flank. Trading 1-for-1 there with Already Nomad, and I believe that was...
Kevin Joker, yep.
Yeah, Kevin Joker, sorry.
And Spahoja, the last man alive, trying to look at both the hole and the door. And getting shot from behind, that'll be Q-Call shooting in from blue, all the way from the ladder.
Just waiting for him to just push out a little bit and catches him immediately with that shot. No hesitation, unfortunate for Team Bluwu there. Just getting destroyed by the spawn peak and the C4.
A great round from Whole Shift. 2 early kills, 1 on the Heart Breach, crucial, and the Kobe with the C4 on the Sophia.
Such an amazing throw there by, I believe it was QP? No, it was Nomad, sorry.
Already Nomad just like throwing the C4 and yeeting it out the window. It's like, if it finds one, that's mine, and that'll be the Sophia gone.
And you could already tell he did that Hollywood pose where you just turn around as the explosion goes off behind you.
Well, to be fair, he was running down the stairs, so it did work that way.
Getting a nice shot from the... Looks like you're gonna see, and it looks like a CC cash room defense this time. Also with the Mozzie. Pretty young for him not being banned now, so it's gonna be interesting to see how it gets played and the impact that he ends up delivering as the enemy's intel just starts either getting cut off in certain areas or just stolen altogether. Like, I don't know about you, but like I feel like he can make quite a big impact compared to a mute jammer, because when you see a mute jammer, you already know like exactly where it is, and you just back off immediately, unless you already just full force jumped into it. But it's gonna be interesting to see how well you could hide those spiders and be able to cut off the information. You can also see that he's utilizing the shotgun there as well to just open up the floor below the default plant, so he could just cover from below and just catch them as they go for the plant.
Definitely, that's what makes Mozzie strong with the C4 too. Just like looking through his drone and just replacing the C4 and blowing it up. That's what a lot of Mozzie players do when the wall is soft or the floor is soft. So it is definitely a choice that he could choose from. And Monkey? No.
Looks like they just opened up the hole for a little bit of fear and then just ran off or make them have to second guess it. Also set themselves up if they have to go again. Looks like they already got the fracture device on the wall there, and I already Nomad just putting back down his second 2 bandit charges as Fleming Keeman's just standing on side ready to just throw out the thing, but he's also standing pretty close to that drone hole, and there is a claymore on the other side. Doesn't look like it's gonna go off.
Oh, Fleming is right next to it. It's one line of red.
Oh! What? I think that actually hurt the attackers more than it hurt the defender. More than it hurt the defender there, as he kind of spaced it a little bit far out from the hole. Fortunately, though, he does get the intel that somebody is in fact standing there, and he knows when he enters in that he needs to be checking that spot. Otherwise, he's just gonna get shot out immediately.
Fleming just choosing the window. Sees the Nomad head, but just couldn't connect the shot just yet. And bandits rotating down, possibly looking for a run out of the window, or just looking from the default plant spot. And
he's getting ready to prep that default plant spot, making sure that if anyone goes for it, they're immediately gonna get shot out. Fortunately for the attackers, they're gonna see the hole is at least there from the holes they already have pre-existing. But I'm not sure if they're gonna have to be able to plant anywhere else, because the rest of the site's just so open to other angles that the defenders could easily already be at.
I already know I could even attempt a late flank onto garage stairs.
Playing down some pressure, making sure that they're like pushing themselves up harder, and then as they push themselves up, they have to keep watching below them, making them look away and potentially get distracted in 5v4 quickly, as it's like Arton gets the kill onto the Jaeger?
That Legion the Snake Needle is trying to hold construction all the way from cash floor, and that'll be a grenade pinned. But already Nomad takes down one, and a second one coming from No Lag.
Onto Arton. Kills just going back and forth very quickly. 3v3 already. 2 people getting banned from Battle Eye. 3 people getting banned from Battle Eye. So much things are happening. Looks like No Leg and Bandit just playing, already Nomad just playing below, getting ready to stop the plant. Looks like Flaming Keeman's also going to catch off Turtle. 2v3 now. And then Flaming Keeman really going to get killed by Bahoja. Coming down to the last second, they're realizing the holes are there. They're probably trying to plant inside the cash room now they know that it's free. Looks like they're going to get that plant down. All down to the Mozzie, praying to God that they go to the other bomb site. Fortunately, doesn't get the C4 blast or the shot onto that place hole. Gets the kill onto Bahoja. It's down to a 1v1 between him and Zerfon. And he gets
No Lag!
shot. He's just checking for claymores on his way back, making sure that no shenanigans happen. Just peeking every single corner, waiting.
He has all the time in the world to check where the diffuser is for any claymores. He finds the last 2 kills on the Nomad and the Zofia to clutch the round for hold shift, taking round 8 for themselves.
Very scared there for a bit when he was watching that hole still while they were planting. Kind of maybe overcommitting a little bit to that hole, as at that point they own the entire site, so the odds that they would plant at the hole is probably a little bit reduced, especially when they could clearly see that it's there.
Yeah, and the rush was coming from server window and CCTV stairs, so whoever picked up the fuser, that was the Zofia, ran into cache to plant.
taking a 5-3 with team hold shift, just taking the momentum and throwing it right back as they take every single defense round, just as team Bluwu did. Trying to show them the difficulty of how much struggle they had to go through with attacking each site. See a gym bedroom take with the mirror in play as well. Kind of curious to see where they put down the mirrors, as this is another site I've never really seen a mirror be played.
Yeah, I can think of one mirror spot, but the other one I'm thinking, where would it go? Maybe in cache if they're holding in cache?
The only place I can think you could probably put it is inside bed or bathroom. Try to point it toward the wall, so anticipating it will blow up.
Yeah,
But
that would be like a second line of defense.
yeah, but unfortunately that would also get fired off if they're thinking that the enemies can use their own strats against them. So it'd be kind of interesting to see where exactly this mirror is going to be putting down windows, or if she's just going to hold on to them and try to use them as a nice defensive shield and save her life with by parrying the bullets.
We just saw the score reflectors a couple 10 seconds ago, 15 seconds ago, and I already know that having 10 kills, stepping up for the team, bringing it back, bringing the momentum back for them.
Sneaky Noodle in third place in terms of points for his team with 0 kills, showing them that his support is indeed valuable and will be counted.
Even if the Legion dies, she's giving off enough intel for the team to work with. The pre-placed Gumines are doing just enough for her to get the scores. The kill assists especially, 75 points each. But, you know, intel's always great, especially in this meta where there's Falk, Legion, Maestro, anything that gives off a little camera or sound cues.
I'm pretty sure if there was an operator that just sacrificed a teammate to figure out how exactly the entire map is set up, I'm pretty sure people would take it.
Just disconnected. But, alright, they're gonna have to work with the four-man squad. Arden's gone, no more grenades. There'll be Turtle trying to open up the wall without a Thatcher. That's impossible.
Unfortunately, power of Arden's boonies internet was not able to hold in it. But they will be able to take back.
Zerfon! Zerfon opened it from the gym. They destroyed the bandit charges from there. But it will be tricked by the Kaid, so that's gone. That's one thermite charge left for the side of Blue Communist. Kevin Joker trying to enter from construction. They will find CCTV that is reinforced, and they're going to work with pure fracking power, and Bohoja with the Ying possibly running through sight.
Really good catch from the Kaid there, trying to defend that wall from being open, because if that got open, very, very difficult to defend, as a lot of spots would not be safe to be standing in. It's like Kevin Joker's gonna catch the shot onto the Legion with the headshot from outside. Plan's going down from Thermite inside of Jim, just trying to rush it down before anyone realizes it, especially with all those floor holes. He'll catch out all their feet. And he's gonna see if he can use it against them. Already Nomad pushing up to the staircase, trying to see if he could get a shot on. Oh, and immediately Zerfon just stopping himself from getting flanked.
Two people left from the side. Hold shift. He finds one. That's the Ying. Ying Candelas are down, but the Ying is off the board now. Half the time gone from the diffuser. They have to make a push soon. There will be two waiting outside the window. And Q-Pulse getting shot from construction, and the window will be taken down by Kevin Joker with the M249. Now it's up to already Nomad gets Kevin Joker with a double kill. Will secure round 9, and that'll be Clubhouse going towards the Communists, despite being found in prison.
And just like that, both teams end up taking each other's maps. Very close fought on both of them, especially with this one. It was seemed to be very defender-sided for this map in particular. Could have gone very far into the favor of Team Hold Shift there, as they started to bring back the momentum, making things a lot harder as well.
Pretty even across the scoreboard on the side of Blue Communists. 9 kills, 7 kills, 6 kills, 5 around these numbers. And we will be giving them a 5-minute break as we wait for Arten to reconnect and let them have their own time chilling after the match, talk about it, recap, or have a nice time just chilling, drinking tea or coffee.
Enjoying another classic Wednesday night.
Or Thursday morning.
It depends. I doubt they're in Asia as well, because I'm pretty sure we would have saw some nice high ping numbers.
Well, 160 is not that bad. It's playable. I just cry inside. That's it.
Because everything from your perspective just looks terrible.
And for those of you who are curious, gets to pick the side on Villa, it depends on the round differential combined from both maps. So on first map, we had 7-6 in favor of Hold Shift, and Clubhouse we had 6. Did I just say
6-3.
7-6? Yeah, 7-6-6-3. So this will be Blue Communists having the round differential advantage, so they will be choosing the side.
Of defense.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably a good pick too, because Villa especially is very... I find it to be very defender-heavy site, just because of the fact that you could just maneuver around the whole site and roam and catch people off guard so easily.
To be fair, especially regarding roaming, the map is huge. There's 3 staircases you can use. One in Astronomy, one at Red Stairs on the east side, and there's one in Central Stairs next to the main lobby.
There's a lot of potential just get yourself back if you end up running away. There's even a basement that you can entirely hide in, and not too many people end up going there, so it's a pretty safe place if you're trying to like hide as a pulse, maybe catch them later on mid-round, just throw C4 down. But
Even as a cav, you can just hide there, wait until you get intel that someone's at Red Stairs. You can just flank them. There's so many places to hide. You can even just break the closet and hide in there, sit there until someone approaches you.
this map itself is just... It's very interesting to see. A lot of people don't like it because of all these like things for the defenders they get, and they just feel like it's also a new map, so there's also like that overlaying stigma of every single new map is cool before it comes out, but then the second it's in ranked, everyone just hates it.
Because nobody's used to it.
Yeah, and then the same thing carries over once it also gets added to Pro League roster, just like Villa here, where people still do not like this map, even though like it's the new kid on the block at this point.
But you know who's a real new kid on the block, and that's Cafe Dostoyevsky. For next CA season.
Is that actually going on the Pro League rotation, or is that just in other people's tournaments and stuff like that?
It's Pro League rotation. It's definitely added, I think, especially for Pro League, and I think our players are ready now.
Can't wait to see Cafe into the map. I'm kind of curious to see what stupid angles are pulled off there, just because like the original Cafe as well was just like felt like such a one-sided map for defenders sometimes. Just I don't know if it's just me, but I always have issues like trying to attack into Cafe.
It's gonna take a lot of stretching until people actually start playing it, especially in any kind of tournament, minor, major, collegiate, anything. Well,
Yeah, definitely be interesting to see how people set up and stuff like that, because that's where all the, I guess, more niche setups and more uncommon setups start to shine a little bit more, because then you get people like Bahoja over here trying to throw a Tachanka in the middle of a bank out of nowhere.
a resident thrower on the block.
And just catching a bunch of people off guard while no one expects it. It's gonna be quite interesting to see all the different plays that we pulled off.
Well, yeah. Villa, Let's just predict some bans first. Okay, so Villa, it is. I personally think it's defender heavy because of the roaming potential it has
For
from
sure.
the 3 stairs and basement.
For sure. Because of that, who do you think will end up taking this? Like from at this point?
At this point, well, there's always
It's-
side swaps. You can
Yeah, it's
always
been-
reverse sweep.
It's been pretty 50-50 as well. Like it's very, very close.
Hmm. Really difficult for me to choose at this point.
It's gonna be quite
So
interesting.
I'll
to
just
see.
say that Duke wins.
Well, actually, Duke technically does not win, as he is still grumpy and he has to now.
He doesn't get to sleep, but
Yeah.
nobody cares. It's okay. I'm still awake. It's 12 noon over here in Asia.
Calvix is chilling. I'm used to sleeping late, and Duke is just already
Yeah.
ready to just find a program that just automatically casts or gets the cameras for him.
Please do not kill the Observer. The Observer is the one putting this game out. Thank you.
Alright, looks like both teams are ready and we'll be heading into a match soon, starting now. We'll be
now
going to band phase.
it's gonna be interesting to see. Gonna be interesting to see where the bands go for this one. As both teams, very. I've seen a lot of strategies taken around Villa, especially, especially with Mira, because I know originally this map came out, everyone was just running Mira on this certain wall, but then as time went on, it just seemed to be more of a liability over, over a nice benefit for the team.
Because people started figuring out, these are the spots where you can just break it from below. People who are used with verticality, especially using Buck, or anything that can just shoot from below. If you use an IQ vertically, you can just break it through, as long as you know the spots. So people have been defaulting more to not using a Mira, as it usually gets banned anyways, and that'll be a Monty pick coming through. Monty ban, actually, my bad. Coming through for Blue Communists on the tech. They don't want any walking drones, chonky walking drones on the yard.
Another ban for Jackal, which I'm kind of surprised about a little bit, because I would have thought that they would probably want to take the Jackal, because since of all the roaming pressure that there is on this map, and see if they could at least, try to isolate down the roamers, especially since they are attack first. It's gonna make it quite a bit, more difficult for them to catch them out now.
Definitely. Well, Operation Velvet Shield no longer exists for Villa. Not even halfway, just but fully gone. Jackal Mira, goodbye. We'll see what Blue Connors decide to ban on this side of defense. That'll be Echo. Echo has been banned 3 times in a row today, so goodbye.
Echo's probably one of the more tougher to deal with characters. It essentially forces one of your players to play IQ or a Thatcher, and save the EMP drones for when you're about to plant, and pray to God that your EMP drone or your EMP grenade will catch off that yokai. But just because it forces you to play like that, it kind of gives you less flexibility, and in the end, you're just better off just not dealing with it.
Definitely. Looks like the defenders, Blue Communists, will be heading to Trophy Statuary instead of Games Aviator.
See the IQ trying to be picked here. See if they can catch any lesion mines and stuff like that lying around. Also gonna be pretty big since a lot of this flooring is actually wood. So wherever Maestro does decide to get on his cams, if he's on it for way too long or anything like that at bad timing, No Light could actually catch the headshot on him before he even gets the chance to react.
Definitely. Especially with the IQ just seeing all these electronic gadgets. They may have been expecting a little hard breach denial on the wall. Maybe that's why. Maybe usually, even in ranked, I guess, or competitive, they bring a mute or a bandit. But in this case, it looks like they're gonna be impact checking over the wall. If they do commit with the Hojas just opening up the top of the wall with the bailiff in his hand.
You're missing Trophy as the first sight. It's gonna be a little bit interesting. Is I've seen more people start with Aviator than me. But then again, not too many match footages of Villa in general is quite commonly banned.
Definitely.
So both teams definitely stepping out of their comfort zone just a little bit here.
Oh, and a nice angle all the way into Memorial Room from the top.
Maybe the last little part of prep phase in. Attacker's just getting ready to attack, but yeah, actually, that looks like some good bait for some rook armor. One of the attackers just decide it's time to get some rook armor, and they just get blasted from below.
It's a pleasant surprise.
A little bit too high IQ and very, very, very risky to go for, but.
But that hole
Interesting.
looks into Memorial, which is where IQ players usually enter. They enter through the window, check Memorial, go to your kitchen, get the gadgets from below. That's usually the default route, so that's probably what they're aiming for, to check.
Again, not a lot of match footage. You don't get to see too many of the people's different ideas come to life with this map. Since it's so big, it allows a lot of creativity to be pulled out, and you see a lot of new strategies almost every single time you watch footage of it.
Always new potential on this map.
See the drones just going out, trying to get in some intel, see where the defenders are hiding out, knowing where they can just throw themselves into.
Flamin just repelling on the side, looking for runouts, and sneaking a little spot. The Maestro cam might have to use the EMP for this, or wait for the Sophia to come out. Kevin's just saying no, don't destroy me.
Trying to preemptively also trying to bait his camera toward him so he kind of looks like he has the angle, and then just
Oh, it's
immediately
Bahoja.
flicking it back. But it looks like he's just gonna drop it off there and make it look, and that's a free kill for the Thatcher to get it. Also getting rid of one of his EMP grenades, which doesn't seem like it'll have any much use outside of the Maestro cams.
Oh, that's the second one. Goodbye, Bahoja. Your babies, your Kims are dead.
Especially with the lack of Bandit or Kaid, the Thatcher's able to destroy. He's more safer destroying out all those utilities out there.
And it is just now harder to impact check since Sophia's holding Astronomy door. And speaking of door, Bahoja finds a shot into Snaky Needle but gets downed as well. So it's an even trade if the attackers know that Bahoja is down.
It looks like I believe that would be Kevin Joker getting another kill, as well as I want to say that's QP. I don't know actually.
That's Clement on the Thermite with the kill on to Legion.
Oh, just taking back revenge for his fallen drone or fallen cams, taking out the Thatcher first for EMPing them off, and now he's just making a nice final stand inside of that little office there with the hole, just in case things get a little too spicy.
You took my family, I take your life.
It's gonna be a little bit dangerous because he just repels in, he throws a flashbang melee, but he just gets shot off from different angles. Zerafon and Bahoja just cleaning up the last bit of the round. Very risky plan to just repel in, especially when someone's lying there. It probably made him feel a little bit better when he knew that his teammate was coming from bathroom. Just unfortunate that Maestro had such a long magazine to just hold down left click and get that accuracy down pretty well.
Oh, gotta hold mouse 1 when you have enough bullets.
No reason never to let go unless you die.
Well, that's why I love it with 160 ping. Never let go.
Just gonna see the buck onto the attackers again this time. Last time they did 6 pick off of it. I wonder if they're gonna do this similar. Maybe this time they're just feeling it this time, or since they know that they're forced into Aviator a little bit more, because they assume that no one's crazy enough to go to first floor without going to Aviator first. They might have a little bit better of a plan.
Maybe, but it is possible that Artin with on the Legion could play downstairs and study to deny any stop breachers from getting free breaching power on the floor. There's an Ash, there's a Buck, there's Sophia, there's so many ways they can just break the floor. And blue communists are definitely gonna have to invest either looking from above or on the same floor on first floor.
Yeah, definitely good to see the team starting to prep for defense here. So, you know, like you can do some little shenanigans over the top part of this. I know for Vault, usually people throw stuff to impact trick.
It is possible to impact check through the drone hole next to it. You just have to do an impact just at the corner.
A little bit easier though to just open up the top part, not have to worry about it. But it does give away that the fact that you are going for it, so it may make people just hesitant to actually throw their utility there, which still actually ends up working out for the attackers because although they're not wasting utility, they get free pressure.
But it is always scary where they lob a grenade over. Ooh, almost connecting shots onto the defender running through study. That's the peek coming through from Bahoja or Artin. That's Artin the Legion. And looks like everyone's anchoring, or at least soft anchoring near 90 Classical Hall or on site.
Yeah, it has worked out for them before with on a bank before on the basement site. You can see if maybe it might be able to pull it off on multiple maps. Maybe it just wasn't that site in particular. Maybe it's just the fact that the enemy team's roam clear is just better than their actual roam strength, that they can't deal with it too much with roaming. And
Bahoja got a little bit greedy there, trying to open the Maestroid to land some shots, but gets destroyed by Snaky Noodle on study balcony.
I think at that point he just acknowledged the fact that there was a Thatcher, and he knew that no matter what, that cam was gonna die. He started getting shots for it. But Kevin Joker also getting the shots on the QP and on to already Nomad as he peeks again. Trying to go for a third peek, seeing if he could get the Thatcher, but unfortunately Snaky Noodle just shoots him right from the side of the doorway. Also double checking that the Doc is dead as she shoots the floor again.
When in doubt, shoot again.
I mean, Doc is definitely a character that feels like he's unkillable since he has iframes as he goes to heal himself. Definitely
And
a character you really want to make sure he's dead.
Zerfon not spotted just yet. Flanking finds one on the Thatcher that's sneaking little gone, and it'll be 4 for Blue Communist alive. And there's no lag downstairs. We'll find one on the Jaeger rotating down. That's Zerfon gone, and it's 3v2. And Simon Clemens trying to open the wall without any backup.
Yeah,
No lag, still
No
walking
lag,
up the
just-
stairs.
still downstairs and also low health as well. Going into 3 defenders, it's gonna be a little bit rough here, but it's still definitely possible as anything can happen until the timer hits 0. Even after that, depends if they're planting.
Well, 45 seconds left. Time's ticking until the magic happens at 15 seconds, and Arton will be holding down the door and the opening. His Vault and Turtle will be watching.
Oh, he's very low! Unfortunately, since No Leg was so low, the turret just deleted him, and the pre-fire catches Thermite as he tries to enter. Unfortunate for the attackers here. Definitely was still possible to make happen, just needed to, collect themselves, but unfortunately the defenders just catch them both with pretty good defense plans.
But the Maestro I kill. The Tase.
It's really unfortunate that he was so low health at that time.
It
And
never
for-
feels good to get tased to death.
And you could tell Bohoj definitely knew that he was low health at that time too, because otherwise I don't think he would have went for that tase as hard
Yeah,
as he did.
definitely.
Especially because it's a buck who has grenades and could easily wipe out your camera. Kind of just wanted for the intel more in that situation, but since thankfulness of knowing how much health that you on somebody that you killed or died to.
It looks
avoid-
like on the side of Hold Shift, it'll be No Lag dealing with the verticality. Has been on Buck last round, and will be taking the sledge to be making some big ass holes on the top from bedroom and possibly Hatchery.
It's pretty interesting to see how the verticality comes into play on this map. As like I said, this map banned 99%. Very interesting to see if they have any cool spots I know of in particular that some people may not have tried or anything like that. Also, Zerfon with the LS shotgun makes me think that he's gonna try to hold one of the small rooms and just try to blast people as they enter.
Personally, I prefer it over the Scorpion. It's really strong, really fast fire rate, and it does enough damage to just melt people as they try to enter a small corridor.
Yeah, especially I know people take it into like the little master bedroom closet there and just nothing but hella jammers on both sides, just waiting for one of them to go off and they just start blasting as they enter. Be interesting to see how he ends up playing this Ella in this map.
Checking for pottery spawn peak, all 3 of them, and they'll be attempting to go through kitchen, but there'll be some pre-firing going through by Kevin behind the couch and dining room.
So looks like Kevin's gonna see that he's trying to melee it. See if he get like the small crack angle just to see it all the way into the doorway. See if he catch the headshot as they go to peek it. But Sophia is aware that it is going on and will not peek it and wait and drone out a little bit. Maybe get some intel. Let's go for the crouch peek right below the crosshair. Gets a couple shots traded back and forth. Actually, no, it looks like they all just went into Kevin and none of them landed on the Sophia still. Zerfon just checking out cams, and Hardy Nomad catches out Kevin with that peek, taking minimal damage, which is very much in favor of him, especially on this map.
Well, to be fair, Kevin did play really aggressively, trying to fast peek every time he'd expected Zofia to be there, and already Nomad just landed a nice shot on the head. And oh, Zerfon with the shotgun coming around, but it's too far for the shotgun bolts to actually do full damage, and the breach charge! The thermite exothermic charge almost killing him past the wall.
I already tell without those panic effect, without the suppression effects, that he was already screaming for his life as he was running around all over the place. Hoja also taking out, I believe there be No Leg from above, taking rid of the verticality, and double kill comes out for Artie Nomad. They're just pushing onto site now, going very fast. And Artie Nomad low health, but took out quite a bit of people, and now just left down to 2 people. The castle that was roaming and the AR who just gets deleted. I already know, man. It turns down to a 1v1 immediately as the castle goes for the flank. Hoja, with the flank, gets all of the attackers down and the defuse. Great retake.
Fiesta in 10 seconds. Smokes, firebolts, grenades. You name it, it just happened.
That's what I gotta love about Siege. It goes from like 2 minutes of stress of just aiming down an angle to suddenly there's just people getting shot and left and right, and you have to keep up with it.
It's like you're spamming C to dodge those bullets.
Don't forget the good old QE on top of it.
Definitely. Apparently it's back. I was hoping it wouldn't be. Apparently, but
I think
leaning is
drop
back.
shotting ended up coming back because of the adjusted crouch speeds or something like that.
Oh, but it's blocked now from the latest patch, I believe, from last week
Yeah.
or earlier this week.
Thank God, because otherwise, the internet's not a great place. It would be a very fun time just going through all that.
Yeah. Well, Defenders, Blue Comet is doing pretty solid, going and we'll be going back to trophy and statuary for with the round rotation being opened up. And going into the round, same setup. The only change being Arton on the Valk instead of an ACOG operator.
Aaron was feeling the throwing some cams around. I see some interesting cam spots. Sometimes I've seen him do some like good ones, but then I know one time he just shoved every single camera on top of pots and pans inside the kitchen of Coastline.
Well, as long as people don't expect it, it's a good cam. As long as it gives intel while it's in a dumb spot, I think it's good enough.
Yeah, you know, someone walks into the kitchen, they just see one cam on the pot, and they're like, yeah, that's all that someone would put, and they just walk past the other 2. They never expect the triple.
It's like, you know, Christmas tree. You have a lot of ornaments on the tree. You see 1, you see 2, you see 3.
And then the next
They're
time you
all-
come, they're all different somehow.
Yeah.
Ooh, under the
Right.
bed. That is a nice camera, actually.
Looks
I think you
like
can
Arton's
see
playing on a C4 from below.
Possibly. Currently hiding inside
Maybe
astrology,
not.
though. Astronomy, though, to be pulling that off. Unless somehow he teleports himself below.
Well, that's a ban. I don't want to face that. I already faced it in Asia. It sucks.
I faced it just yesterday as well. It's not a fun time.
I reported it. I didn't get my points back, so I'm sad.
Yeah, my guy just left because he fell outside of the world and died, and just left in his in misery. This Cam's being very, very trying to just trying to find his key moment to start going for it. Sees that the Zerfon just covers the cam as he goes into the headshot. The second it gets thrown out, just shooting from below, and I believe where the hatch is,
I just
right
witnessed
into
the
the
murder.
thatcher. It looked brutal from that perspective.
I just witnessed a murder. Jesus.
Now this time has just become a quick time trial as the police are trying to quickly locate Zerfon as after that intense, brutal murder.
We were all expecting that cam to be broken, and Zervon just opens a hole in pottery, takes down Sneaky Noodle from the back.
Just blasts him straight up. Even trying to blow up the wall using the flooring right beside it. That way it can't be tricked or anything like that. Getting the wall open in the crouch angle, giving themselves a little bit of vision, but it also does allow them to get the wall beside it down a lot easier. That will end up giving them the vision and entry that they need.
And it is now down to the last minute of the round, with 1 man down. Oh, never mind, 2 man down. Bahoja takes down the Zofia. That'll be 3 alive on the side of whole shift as they try to enter the site with 45 seconds left. Lemon Clem is still behind the open wall, and 1 in closet. That's Q-Paul with the Capital bolt.
All the defenders have to do at this point is just hold angles and just wait for them to come and then hold down the left click button.
They're
It
coming in
looks
for a
like
plant.
Zerfon catching 2 people as they enter. Just 1 left alive. I believe that's No Leg with the buck. Trying to catch. It looks like he does catch Kevin Joker with the dock, and takes out 1 more, but right before he gets eliminated from the Legion. by Turtle.
Bahoja and Kevin, of course, greeting, looking for the kill, but gets shut down. No lag, just clicking on their heads.
Turtle just using Hoja as a distraction to just throw his body in there so Turtle could just blast him. You already got Duke already
The puns. These puns get me out.
Looks like we're gonna be heading into the last round of defense here. Very, very convincing for Blue Communists, although this is still known to be a very defense-sided map. So, I believe if they win this, is this match point or is it one more?
If they win this, it's match point and a side swap.
Oh jeez, and Bahoja taking the 6th pick into Frost, which kind of curious to see where he puts the match, just because I would have thought he would enjoy playing Maestro a little bit more with this. I don't know if he's just like feeling himself and deciding, you know what, I gotta do it. Just put some Frost mats and see if they fall for it.
I gotta
Or
give
if
kudos
it's-
to you.
Or if it's
The
a more of
OG
a calculated.
Frostman.
Looks like he's gonna put a smart one right behind that bar counter there. He catches a lot of people when they go for default plant or if they vault over the bar table there.
It's really hard to see, as if someone plays at bar and just denies any intel, like especially the drones just walking through checking, you really don't know that it exists behind the bar counter. You walk into the plant, it's like, oh shit, there's a frost mat.
And not only that, but that that placement itself, you're not looking too hard behind the counter, especially in that spot, just because there's so much other angles you have to cover as you're entering, so it's gonna catch people off guard for sure.
Arton, please. You have 2 mines to do.
You know,
and
at least he took a couple steps out before ult tapping out and pausing his video. Looks like they're just running out straight up, not expecting any spawn peaks at this point in time, considering there wasn't really too much from the attack from Blue Communists over here, except for one that just no one really ran into. Looks like Kevin Joker.
repelling off the bedroom balcony, and while Kevin Joker is staring, and there was Flaming Claimant trying to push from bedroom. From what we saw, that would be a Sophia charge that just blasts open the door.
Yeah, just get rid of any issue of anything weird happening with that door. Looks like he's trying to aim for something particular, like specific, like someone just quickly peeking over, but still a kind of aggressive peek, especially for this point of the game. It's not really a spawn peek anymore, it's just him trying to man mode it and grab a couple quick kill off of someone who's not expecting it, but the drone will see him, and now he's kind of forced to back off.
And we have a roaming Frost in dining and memorial room, lurking for his prey. Oh, Snaky Noodle's already in the walk-in closet, along with Flaming Claimant.
Looks like he will see the Frostman kill it, just in case any of his teammates end up coming through that way. So Hoja's down to 2 mats total now. Even if he doesn't get them off, it's still like, well, now that they know it exists, it's still gonna add a lot of pressure for them to check a lot of corners and change the way that they're looking as they enter sites and stuff like that. And it's for sure gonna might cause a difference in if they notice somebody watching the angle like quickly or not. It's like Kevin Joker just shooting down the hallway, trying to get some shots on maybe the Thatcher there.
Yeah, Snaky Noodle did take some shots while trying to peek. And Kevin was prone, so all the shots whiffed. However, the headshot will land.
Looks like Q-Pulse will take down, I believe that's Kevin Joker there.
Kevin Joker tried to prone, try to cheese it, but he got taken down by Q-Ball the Ash.
So getting
50 seconds left for the attackers.
And still a
Slowly
lot of them
pushing through.
kind of struggling a little bit to take a little bit of sight, or a little bit of feel, but and Bahoja will also take down the Thatcher coming up the staircase. Now he's going to quickly rotate to the next staircase so that he can keep the pressure on. So they know they have to keep watching that staircase, but no one will end up coming out of it. Surfon just catching, I can't see that name properly, but he catches one of them outside of the balcony there quickly, and the TK coming in. Unfortunate.
Questionable TK, but we'll pass because time's ticking. There's one turtle left in vault. With 10 seconds, he could clutch this. 9 clock's ticking, and he makes it a 1v2.
I believe you can do it. Oh, no, never mind. Take it back. It looks like Hold Shift will take him out right as they get him concussed. And I probably just jinxed it as That goo mine was in his leg.
Questionable TK. Very questionable TK.
Especially kind of out of nowhere, and it was, I believe that was onto Bahoja as well, because suddenly he just got deleted. Bahoja hoping not to live down the name of accidentally throwing matches and actually try to take this one through the attack rounds, which is going to be a bit of a kind of a steep hill to climb, especially since Hold Shift already has one win on that attack round. So that gives them, I believe, 2 defense rounds to lose within the time of their defense period.
Mm-hmm. Well, 4-1 side swap.
Actually,
Now
yeah, it's 1. Yeah, it's 1.
4-1. Yep. And Arden has 0 kills. Surprisingly, he's usually the fragger for Blue Communists.
I know. I believe this is one of those maps though that he is not like that much at all. As a lot of things with sound, especially because, like, for example, Trophy, you can hear the people below you just because it's an open hall there. So it kind of messes with your sound and it kind of throws you off a little bit. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is one of those maps that he just does not like that much at all. He is not comfortable with too much.
Definitely, it looks like it. And looks like Whole Shift will be defaulting to Game's Aviator hold with a Doc Maestro visual vision and a mute. Denying that initial intel as they enter the hallway in Classical Hall. And study balcony too.
I know, Hold Shift. Although the score may not look it, I'm pretty sure they are in favor to win this just because the defender-sided heavy map. They do have quite a bit of the advantage, although they do have to win quite a bit of rounds. They still do have a little bit of flexibility with that one round, the ability to lose one round and take it to overtime still. But definitely still not out of this yet. Trying to pull it back together. Looks like
And they're just running around, haven't entered the site yet since it's only been 30 seconds. Not the site, the building itself. And Zervan's in toilet next to study looking for any rotations to their living room.
he's gonna start shooting up the door, see if he gets some angles as he's upside down, catch people off guard as they usually would aim for waist level, so if you're upside down, you know, may not expect you need to aim at the top of a door 200%, but looks like they're also pretty hard stacking onto the side. Turtle just runs in immediately into the corner, hides there as his team starts to draw him out after he runs in there. Probably the wrong order, but if it works out, I guess whatever. Looks like
Well, that's
Kevin
the first logic bomb coming through.
looks like
And
they're getting
aware of the impact tools. Turtle is thinking, should I do this? Ooh, grenade lob.
Yeah,
Trying to
seeing if
break
they can get
through.
it right through the arc, but I'm not sure if he could. Oh, right into flaming Keyman, right over the thing. It looks like Zerfon gonna try to go for blow. Get rid of the mute jammers. See, checking out the intel layout for himself.
That was a spicy throw.
Not only that, but I'm pretty sure Bahoja immediately got a kill onto the dock around the same time as that too. That's 2 big kills for the attackers. Currently for them to win now.
Turtle's looking for another person, possibly looking for Sneaky Noodle behind the bar counter, and will land some shots, but will not fully connect. However, Arden finds one.
Arden just walks into sight, gets a kill, and now he just owns that part of the entire half the site. And Bluwu is gonna take down the last roamer, and it looks like it's gonna go to match point. Actually, the entire was it tournament point? No. Second.
Match point,
There's a
yes,
word for it.
definitely match point.
A better word for
It's
it, but I can't
5-1.
remember exactly.
It said flawless round. I haven't seen that in a while, but
Set point. There we go. Set point.
it's nice to see it.
A lot of kills on both Bahoja and Zerfon, definitely showing that they do in fact practice this map quite a bit.
Looks like Whole Shift is changing the site from Aviator Games to Trophy Statuary with a different lineup, bringing a castle. I haven't seen a castle being played on this site for defense, especially.
I know I've seen a couple of castles run it, and they usually try to. Oh well, looks like we're not going to see it at all.
Oh, goodbye.
Generally speaking, though, you're usually trying to cut off your angles from getting attacked from the side of Aviator a little bit by putting down one of the castle walls by that Vault 90 corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know exactly where the other one's going. But Hoja just going big with the fuse. Believes in himself to just annihilate at least one person with the fuse charge. Maybe even cause a distraction.
If he doesn't have a ballistic shield with a PMM, I disapprove.
Yeah, honestly speaking, every single time I ever tried to use his guns, I don't understand how people are so successful with it. I fully understand how people take PMM with that thing. It just that gun is for the speed trade-off that you're already taking. It's not a gun that I would want to take for that speed trade-off. Maybe the LMG would be fine, but not that assault rifle.
But I'd rather be a turtle with a shield on my back.
What's gonna be interesting is this time the pulse actually gets to be played instead of getting banned out. You're gonna be able to see if Team Bluwu is gonna be able to find it out and respond to it properly, or maybe just be uncomfortable with it and give him like complete free roam over everything.
Well, I'm interested to see like where Bahoja will be repelling, possibly astronomy window from the stairs.
Yeah, looks like
Except he's not anywhere near it.
To master bedroom side, trying to just take this. This is probably one of those areas that you could take in almost any single site, and it'll never be a bad idea, unless they just full stack it, obviously. But it's just a very good starting place to start from, and then you just slowly push out in every single angle. And Bahoja gets the angle from above. So many people look there, not a lot of people are successful, and they will see that there is definitely a pulse below. And it looks like Zerfon's gonna see if he could probably shoot him out from the flooring, catch him while he's on his gadget, jumps in to shoot him, and then realizes that he will get caught as that will happen, and jumps immediately out to see if he could maybe even bait the C4. Bahoja, knowing that the pulse is below, pressuring him out with the fuse charges as well.
But the pulse is in a different room. The C4 goes off, will not connect, and Bahoja just jumps in. Pantry stairs looking to go into dining. Fleming aware hears the sound of fuse clunking around. And will connect and bounce Bahoja. Bahoja will be eliminated off the board. That's fuse cluster's gone. Kevin finds Sean's already nomad. That's a... Ooh. That's a Maestro off the board. No more cams.
Looks like Kevin Joker just walked into site and took it freely because all the defenders do not seem to be on site, as the Vigil is hard roaming and along with the Pulse, and the Doc it seems to just has soft roam for a bit and realized that they took the site, tries to walk back in, gets taken out by Kevin Joker with the headshot from the DMR. Now it's gonna be a little bit tough for them to retake site, especially from below. Thankfully they do have a couple holes to maybe look at, but they need to start pushing, especially with half-time left on that bomb.
Time sticking is halfway gone, and it's a 2v3. Shift trying to recover, however, unable to, and the attackers take round 7. That'll be Blue Communist securing the map Villa, and we'll be heading on to the finals.
Congratulations to Blue Communists with a very hard-fought victory through all these sets. Definitely both teams very, very good on both sides, showing that they can keep up with one another and showing off quite some interesting kills left and right, especially with like C4 tosses and all that. Very hard-fought victory.
And we will be heading into interviews soon, but we'll be waiting for Blue Communists to choose their interviewee.
It looks like we'll be interviewing Bahoja. Straight out of the win versus, I believe it was Hold Shift's team in the finals. How do you feel after that victory?
We kind of threw on the first map, but we don't talk about that.
I mean, like, what makes you, like, what part would you say made you like throw the hardest out of all?
It
that?
wasn't the Chachanka, wasn't that?
I mean, you got 2.5 kills there. You did your job with the Chachanka.
I think the round after that, maybe there was a problem.
Definitely, you see, like, that was quite interesting, as none of you guys could really hold defense. You feel like it was something in particular that made defense kind of hard to hold, or?
Everyone in that lobby hates Bank.
Wait, wasn't Bank your pick though?
Yep.
So why'd you pick it?
Because we all hated it, and we were hoping they hated it more. That was not the case.
That is not a good plan.
It worked out in the long run, though.
Almost.
Almost.
Why do I feel like you picked Bank just so you could do the Tachanka strat?
What are you
Well, it's
talking
definitely
about?
possible it's Bahoja. Right, Bahoja?
This seems very possible.
That wasn't the sole purpose of picking that map at all. It's not like I didn't know what to play other than the Chanka. I feel a
Especially
little
with
targeted
the
right now.
after playing on Bank, when you guys played on Clubhouse, what was your thoughts going in that? Because that was also their pick as well. So you feeling a little bit confident thinking that you just threw the first map, or
It was just spawn peek, but then we didn't spawn peek and get any kills, so we had to play the old-fashioned way and wait out the full 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
definitely well played on both sides there. And lastly, with the map on Villa, like that's usually a defender side of the map. How did you feel when they like side swaps went on, especially with them taking one round, meaning you had to take, I believe, it was 2 attacking rounds total.
We just played that, but I don't remember the map at all.
Wow.
So
Is this
just
a
play
boat?
everything by ear.
One. Mouse
Just
one,
not-
and then we just won, okay?
Just run in Arden style.
Well, I mean, it worked for, like, everyone. We had a shotgun kill, we had a castle clutch around out somehow. We had, like, 2 bullets.
The biggest question here is what video was Arton watching every round? When he's in prep phase, he would just stand
Our
still.
team was
looking
not
at a
aware
YouTube
that this
video.
was semifinals until the 3rd map.
Oh my.
You know, I can't say like 100% about you because like sometimes time flies and you just don't realize like how far we are in the season. But at the same time,
Arden closed the cooking videos on the 3rd map because he realized it was semifinals.
I started noticing he started moving a lot early. It was quite interesting.
Zerafon too. Everyone
I've-
kind of went, wait a minute. Semifinals? I'm like, yeah, like, the fuck? And then boom. 6-1.
You have any questions left, Calvrixter?
Well, Bahoja, when you picked Ying and started rushing in and died immediately, what was your plan
Whoa,
on
I didn't die
Clubhouse?
immediately. I got in, I cut them off, and I baited myself.
Wait,
Classic.
but did you reload at 37 bullets left?
I didn't get that far. That was step 3. I didn't make it past step 1.
That's a classic from Bahoja.
Very much a classic. Anyways, thanks for coming on for the interview.
And once again, congratulations on your victory and have fun in the finals.
Yeah,
Oh.
just
right,
win.
finals.
And that'll be all for today. But there is, in fact, a match coming up tomorrow. I believe at 9 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
7:30 p.m. Earlier than
7:30.
that. And it'll be, if I could find it really quickly, really fast.
It'll be Beaters with Goofy versus Solo Q.
And it's gonna be quite an interesting match too. Both teams very, very strong. Solo Q, a team consisting of pretty much Solo Q team members, and Peters and Goofy, strong from I'm pretty sure that they have quite a bit of a diversity in their roster. Gonna be very interesting to see who can actually like take it out over the other, and if it's gonna be a dominant display or not. Definitely tune in tomorrow to see that. And I thank you for watching, and hope you have a good night.